Have you ever wondered if you're one of the chosen ones, those called to a higher purpose in these final days? Do you feel a deep stirring in your spirit, as if you've been set apart for something greater, but aren't quite sure what lies ahead? Being chosen by God is an incredible honor, but it comes with challenges, tests that every chosen one must face. These tests can be difficult, but they are essential for preparing you to walk fully in God's purpose. What are these tests? How do you know if you're passing them? And more importantly, how can you make sure you are truly aligned with God's calling for your life in these crucial times? In today's video, we're going to dive into the 4 specific tests that every chosen one must pass to be used by God. By understanding and overcoming these challenges, you'll be able to move forward with confidence, knowing that God is refining and equipping you for His divine mission. Before we get started, if you're seeking to grow deeper in your spiritual journey and want to uncover more wisdom like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update as we explore these powerful truths together. Now let's get started with the first test, the test of faith. The first and perhaps most fundamental test every chosen one must pass is the test of faith. This test goes far beyond simply believing in God's existence. It is about cultivating an unshakable faith that remains steadfast even when everything around you is falling apart. This kind of faith is not a surface-level belief that wavers in the face of trials, but a deep, abiding trust in God that endures through all circumstances. When life situations seem to directly contradict God's promises, when prayers go unanswered, dreams are delayed, or unexpected hardships arise, it is in these challenging seasons that God works to build a rock-solid faith within us. This is a faith that is not dependent on what we see, feel, or hear, but is anchored solely in His Word and His unchanging nature. The test of faith often involves a journey into the unknown, where God calls us to step out of our comfort zones and into a place of total reliance on Him. It is a journey where the path ahead is unclear and the usual markers of progress are absent. Here, God strips away our reliance on earthly securities, such as finances, relationships, and health, forcing us to confront the reality of whether our trust truly rests in Him or in the comforts of this world. This test challenges us to trust God's character and promises even when we have no visible evidence to support that trust. Consider the story of Abraham, who is often referred to as the father of faith. God promised Abraham that he would become the father of many nations, yet he and his wife, Sarah, were childless and well beyond childbearing years. Despite this apparent impossibility, Abraham believed God's promise. His faith was tested over many years of waiting, but he did not waver in unbelief. Instead, he grew stronger in faith, fully persuaded that God had the power to do what He had promised. It is this kind of unyielding faith that persists despite overwhelming odds, that God desires to cultivate in each of us. The test of faith is not about having all the answers or understanding every aspect of God's plan. Instead, it is about trusting in God's goodness, His faithfulness, and His sovereign control over every detail of our lives. It is about holding on to His promises when everything else tells us to let go. When we face situations that make us question His presence or His promises, such as a devastating loss, a prolonged illness, or a season of financial hardship, our faith is being refined and purified. In these moments, we learn to trust God not because of what He does, but because of who He is. This test also reveals the true nature of our faith. Is it based on circumstances, or is it rooted in a deep relationship with God? When the storms of life hit, it becomes evident whether our foundation is built on the shifting sands of external conditions or the solid rock of Christ's promises. As it says in Hebrews 11:1, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." Faith goes beyond our natural understanding and senses. It is the spiritual assurance of things unseen, and the confidence that God's word is true, no matter what. When you find yourself in a season where your faith is being tested, it can feel overwhelming, even isolating at times. But remember, these moments are not without purpose. God is at work within you, shaping and refining your heart. He is strengthening your trust, deepening your reliance on Him, and preparing you for the incredible plans He has for your life. Just as gold is refined through fire, so too is your spirit being purified and strengthened through trials. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow in faith, to learn the art of surrender, and to discover a deeper relationship with God. Embrace this test of faith with open arms, knowing that through it, you are being transformed. You are becoming a steadfast and immovable follower of Christ, someone who can weather the storms of life with unwavering hope. Through these trials, God is equipping you for every good work He has prepared. He is building in you the strength and resilience necessary to fulfill your divine purpose. Trust in His process, for He is faithful, and in due time, you will reap the harvest of your perseverance, stronger, wiser, and more deeply rooted in Him than ever before. The second critical test every chosen one must face is the test of time and patience. This test pushes us to trust in God's perfect timing rather than our own, which can be incredibly challenging in a world that craves instant results and quick fixes. In today's fast-paced society, where everything is available at the click of a button and waiting is often seen as a sign of weakness or inefficiency, learning to wait on God can feel counterintuitive and even painful. Yet, this is precisely why the test of time is so vital. It cultivates within us the essential virtue of patience, teaching us to lean not on our own understanding, but on God's infinite wisdom and flawless timing. This test of waiting is not simply about enduring hardships or surviving challenging times. It is far more profound than that. It is a divine opportunity, an invitation to grow in trust, to deepen our relationship with God, and to allow our character to be refined in ways that only the waiting process can bring. In these seasons of delay, we are being stretched and shaped, learning what it truly means to depend on God's timing rather than our own desires or expectations. Waiting on God with a patient and open heart allows us to step back from the urgency of our immediate circumstances and see the broader perspective of God's divine orchestration. It teaches us a crucial spiritual truth: that God's delays are not denials. They are not signs that He has abandoned us or that our prayers have gone unheard. Instead, they are part of a far greater plan, a meticulous preparation for the purpose He has in store for us. It is through this period of waiting that we are given the chance to grow, not only in faith but in wisdom and resilience as well. Think of it like the planting of a seed. Before a seed can ever become a thriving plant, it must first be buried in the soil. It must go through a period of growth in the hidden darkness, a quiet, unseen process of transformation that takes time and cannot be rushed. In the same way, we often must go through these hidden seasons of waiting, where it feels as though nothing is happening, and we are buried beneath the weight of uncertainty. Yet it is during this very time that God is at work, nurturing our spirit, growing our faith, and preparing us for what is to come. This period of waiting is sacred. It is where our spiritual roots grow deeper, where our dependence on God becomes stronger, and where our inner life is nurtured. It is where we are shaped into the person God has called us to be, strong, steadfast, and ready for the next season. Without this period of waiting, we would not be equipped to handle the fullness of the blessings or the responsibilities that come with God's plans for us. Just as the seed must first be transformed in the darkness before it can sprout and thrive in the light, we too must trust that our waiting is purposeful, that we are being prepared in ways we may not yet understand. The third test that every chosen one must face is the test of rejection for righteousness. This test is perhaps one of the most painful, but also one of the most spiritually refining experiences. In a world where moral relativism is increasingly the norm, standing firm in God's standards of holiness and righteousness often comes with a significant cost. We live in a time where right and wrong are often seen as subjective, and where upholding absolute truths can make you a target for criticism, misunderstanding, and even isolation. Yet the call to follow Christ is not a call to conform to the world, but to be set apart, to live in a way that honors God's truth, even when it is unpopular. Choosing to uphold God's principles in a culture that frequently promotes the opposite can be incredibly challenging and uncomfortable. It may mean standing alone in your convictions, being misunderstood, sidelined, or even outright rejected by friends, family, or society because of your commitment to living according to God's ways. Jesus himself warned that following him would come with opposition. If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. This rejection is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a consequence of standing for righteousness in a world that often rejects the light. This test is more than just an external trial. It is a deeply personal one. The test of rejection for righteousness challenges not only your faith, but also your identity. It asks, are you willing to stand firm in your faith, even when it costs you the approval of others? It invites you to examine where your true allegiance lies. Is it with God, or is it with the fleeting opinions of man? This test forces you to seek a deeper relationship with God, to find your validation in Him alone, rather than in the acceptance of those around you. It is in the fire of rejection that God often refines our spirits, teaching us to lean solely on Him for our strength, our comfort, and our sense of belonging. Through this test, we are reminded that our identity is not rooted in how the world perceives us, but in how God sees us. His love, His approval, and His truth are what define us. Rejection for righteousness is a painful but powerful invitation to grow closer to God, to anchor ourselves in His unchanging love, and to rise above the need for worldly affirmation. Moreover, this test serves to deepen our understanding of Christ's own journey. Jesus was the ultimate example of someone who was rejected for righteousness' sake. He lived a perfect, sinless life, yet He was scorned, mocked, and crucified by the very people He came to save. When we face rejection for choosing to live according to God's standards, we are sharing in Christ's suffering. But in that suffering, there is a profound blessing. Jesus Himself said, "Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." This rejection, though painful, aligns us with the very heart of God and His kingdom. So while this test may be one of the most difficult to endure, it is also one of the most spiritually significant. In choosing righteousness over acceptance, we are not only growing in our relationship with God, but we are also preparing ourselves for the greater plans and purposes He has in store for us. We are learning to walk the narrow path, the path that leads to life, even when it is hard and lonely. In the midst of rejection, let us remember that we are never truly alone. God is with us, and He honors those who honor Him. The world may turn its back on you, but God's love remains constant, unwavering, and full of grace. Standing firm in righteousness, though it may come at a cost, is ultimately the path that leads to true fulfillment and eternal reward in God's kingdom. The fourth and final test every chosen one must endure is the wilderness experience, a profound spiritual journey that requires not only endurance, but transformation. This test is not just about surviving adversity, but about growing through what you go through. It is where hardship is turned into spiritual maturity, where challenges become opportunities for deepening your faith and discovering who you truly are in God. Just as Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tested and prepared for His ministry, so too will God lead His chosen ones into their own wilderness seasons. This test can take many forms: periods of isolation, financial hardship, the loss of a loved one, illness, a crisis of faith, or other deeply challenging circumstances that strip us down to our very core. It is in these moments that we are often forced to confront our deepest fears, insecurities, and even the parts of ourselves that we'd rather ignore. In the wilderness, there is nowhere to hide. It is a place where all the distractions and comforts of life are removed, leaving you face to face with yourself and God. For many, the wilderness can feel like abandonment. You may wonder, where is God? Why am I going through this? But in truth, The wilderness is a place of profound divine purpose. It is not punishment but preparation. Just as Jesus fasted and prayed for 40 days, battling temptation and enduring the harshness of the desert, God uses the wilderness to test, strengthen, and refine us. It is in the wilderness that we learn to rely on Him completely. When all else is stripped away, we are left with the realization that God is enough. It is in this space of raw vulnerability that He does some of His deepest work within us. The wilderness is a season of spiritual purification. In this barren place, God allows us to face trials that reveal the impurities in our hearts, the doubts, fears, pride, and self-reliance that we often carry unnoticed. As we journey through this challenging phase, God invites us to surrender these burdens, to let go of the things that hold us back from living fully in His purpose. Through this process, we are transformed from within, becoming more aligned with His will and more dependent on His strength. Though it is painful, this period of testing is where some of the most powerful transformations take place. Like the Israelites who wandered in the desert for 40 years, this spiritual desert becomes a time of faith building. The Israelites had to learn to trust God day by day, relying on Him for manna, water, and guidance. It was through their trials that they were molded into a nation ready to enter the promised land. Similarly, in our own difficult seasons, God teaches us to trust Him, to depend on His provision, and to follow His lead, even when the path ahead seems unclear. One of the most important lessons in this testing ground is that God is always present, even when we feel alone. In these desolate periods when it seems like the heavens are silent, God is working in ways we cannot see. He is stretching our faith, deepening our relationship with Him, and preparing us for what lies ahead. Just as Jesus emerged from His time in the wilderness empowered by the Spirit to begin His ministry, so too will we emerge from these trials stronger, wiser, and more spiritually mature, ready to step into the next phase of our calling. This period also teaches us patience and endurance. In a world that craves instant gratification, these moments force us to slow down, to wait, and to trust in God's timing. It's a time where we must learn to be still, to seek God in the quiet, and to understand that He is preparing us for something far greater than we can imagine. We learn to rely not on our own understanding but on God's wisdom, and through that trust, we discover the beauty of surrender. Furthermore, these trials prepare us to become more compassionate and empathetic toward others. As we endure our own challenges and experience God's comfort and provision, we become more equipped to comfort and encourage those who are going through similar struggles. These experiences are not just about personal growth, but about equipping us to be vessels of God's love and grace to others. Ultimately, this journey is about transformation. It is the refining fire that prepares us for our divine purpose. While this phase may feel like a place of loss, it is actually a place of gain, where we develop spiritual strength, clarity, and a deeper connection to God. Through it, we come to understand that God's plans for us are far greater than the temporary struggles we face, and that He is faithful to lead us out when the time is right. As difficult as these seasons can be, they are essential parts of every chosen one's journey. Without them, we would not be fully prepared for the greater blessings and responsibilities that God has for us. These trials strip away everything we don't need, leaving us with a heart that is fully surrendered to God, a faith that is unshakable, and a spirit that is ready to fulfill His calling. So, if you find yourself in this season of hardship, remember this: God is with you, shaping you, strengthening you, and preparing you for something far greater than you can imagine. This is not the end of your journey. It is the beginning of a deeper, more powerful chapter. When you emerge, you will be transformed, equipped for every good work that God has prepared for you, and ready to step into the fullness of your calling. As we come to the end of today's powerful exploration, we've uncovered the 4 crucial tests that every chosen one must pass to be used mightily by God in these last days. Each of these tests is a divine opportunity to grow closer to God, to refine our character, and to strengthen our spiritual foundation. They are not meant to break us, but to build us, to prepare us for the incredible plans God has for our lives. If you are going through one of these tests right now, take heart. Know that God is with you, guiding you through each step of the journey. Remember that these tests are part of His process to equip you fully for His purpose. Embrace them with courage and faith, knowing that through them, you are being shaped into a vessel fit for the Master's use. Before you go, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos that will continue to empower and guide you on your spiritual journey. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might need this encouragement. We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, experiences, and testimonies in the comments below. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs today. Thank you for being part of our community. Together, let's continue to grow in faith, walk boldly in God's calling, and become the chosen ones He has destined us to be. Until next time, stay blessed and keep pressing on in your journey with God. Have you ever had a moment where you just knew something without being able to explain why? Perhaps you were about to make a decision and suddenly felt a strong pull toward a particular option, even though logic seemed to point in another direction. Or maybe you sensed an unspoken tension in a room and knew it was time to leave, only to later discover that your instincts had protected you from danger. These quiet, often inexplicable nudges from within are part of a profound force we call intuition. A subtle guide that can shape our relationships, decisions, and even the course of our lives. Today, we embark on a journey into the heart of intuition. This hidden strength is more powerful and pervasive than many realize, quietly influencing our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's not just a hunch or a fleeting feeling. Intuition is an intricate dance between our conscious and subconscious mind. A silent dialogue that helps us navigate life's uncertainties with grace. In this exploration, we will unlock the secrets of intuition, understanding how it works, why it matters, and how you can cultivate this remarkable gift to lead a richer, more fulfilling life. As we journey through this topic, you'll discover that this quiet companion has been guiding you all along, and by embracing it, you can sharpen your decision-making, deepen your relationships, and awaken your true potential. At its core, intuition is often described as a gut feeling, a spontaneous understanding that bypasses logic and reasoning. But how does this work? Scientists suggest that intuition is a process in which the brain draws on past experiences and patterns without us being fully conscious of it. The subconscious mind, which is always absorbing and processing information, often knows more than we give it credit for. It picks up on subtle cues, like body language, tone of voice, or even environmental changes, that the conscious mind might overlook. Consider how you might navigate a crowded street or instinctively choose the right route when driving. You're not consciously analyzing every step you take, but rather, your intuition is piecing together countless pieces of sensory data, accumulated knowledge, and past experiences to guide you. Neuroscience has shown that intuition relies heavily on the brain's ability to detect patterns quickly. This is why experienced professionals, like firefighters, doctors, or business leaders, often make split-second decisions that seem almost miraculous. Their brains have developed an intuitive radar, finely tuned to pick up on subtle signals. Studies also suggest that intuition is closely tied to our emotional intelligence, the ability to perceive, control, and evaluate emotions. People with high emotional intelligence often have sharper intuitive skills because they're more attuned to the emotional nuances of their surroundings. Their empathy allows them to pick up on unspoken emotions, helping them navigate complex social situations with ease. This emotional sensitivity enables intuitive individuals to sense when something is wrong or when a person is not being entirely honest, even if they can't quite explain why. One of the most powerful ways intuition manifests is through our ability to perceive danger before it becomes obvious. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt a sense of unease, only to find out later that your gut was right? This heightened sense of awareness, sometimes called instinctual intelligence, has been crucial for human survival throughout history. Our ancestors relied on this intuitive sense to detect threats, whether it was a predator lurking in the shadows or the subtle signs of a brewing conflict within their tribe. The fight-or-flight response, which is triggered by the brain's amygdala, is often activated by these intuitive signals. The body might respond with physical symptoms like a quickened heartbeat, a tightening in the chest, or even an overwhelming urge to leave a situation. These reactions occur because the subconscious mind is processing subtle cues that the conscious mind has yet to acknowledge. These can be as simple as a slight change in someone's tone, a shift in energy in the environment, or even a glance that feels off. But it's not just about physical danger. Intuition can also alert us to emotional and psychological threats. For example, you might meet someone new and immediately feel a sense of mistrust or discomfort around them. This intuitive warning is often based on subtle signals, like their body language, micro-expressions, or the inconsistency between their words and actions. Over time, honing this intuitive skill can help you avoid toxic relationships and protect yourself from manipulative or harmful individuals. Business leaders, soldiers, and athletes often credit their success to the ability to make rapid decisions in high-stakes situations. What many describe as gut instinct is actually the brain's ability to process information at lightning speed, drawing on both rational analysis and intuitive insights. For example, a skilled poker player might not be able to explain why they folded a seemingly winning hand, but their intuition likely picked up on tiny, unconscious signals from their opponent. Similarly, in high-stress business negotiations, leaders who trust their gut often find themselves ahead of the competition. Intuition is not just a survival tool. It's also a bridge to deeper, more meaningful connections with others. The ability to understand someone else's emotions without them having to say a word is a hallmark of strong intuition. This form of empathy goes beyond simply recognizing that someone is sad or happy. It's about picking up on the subtleties that most people miss, the tension in someone's posture, the fleeting look of worry in their eyes, or the change in their breathing. This type of intuitive empathy is especially valuable in roles that require deep emotional understanding, such as therapy, counseling, or negotiation. By sensing the unspoken emotions of others, intuitive individuals can navigate difficult conversations with grace, offering comfort or guidance without needing to pry. This emotional awareness allows for a deeper connection, as people often feel seen and understood in ways that words alone cannot convey. In relationships, both personal and professional, intuition helps us discern the true intentions and feelings of those around us. Have you ever had the experience of meeting someone and instantly knowing what kind of person they are? Perhaps it was their energy, their body language, or something even subtler. Intuition allows us to sense whether someone is trustworthy, compatible, or aligned with our values. While logic might tell us to give someone the benefit of the doubt, our intuition often picks up on red flags that our conscious mind tries to ignore. Empathy and intuition are deeply intertwined because both require us to tap into the emotional undercurrents that flow beneath the surface of everyday interactions. By developing our intuition, we become more attuned to these currents, allowing us to build stronger, more authentic relationships. Whether it's sensing when a loved one needs support or understanding the unspoken dynamics in a work meeting, intuition allows us to engage with others on a deeper level. Intuition isn't just about danger or emotions, it's also a key player in the realm of creativity and problem-solving. Some of the world's greatest innovations and artistic masterpieces have been born out of intuitive insights, those sudden flashes of inspiration that seem to come out of nowhere. Consider how Albert Einstein famously credited his imagination and intuitive thinking for his groundbreaking theories in physics, or how artists often describe their creative process as being led by an unseen force. This phenomenon, often referred to as a eureka moment, occurs when the subconscious mind has been quietly working on a problem, and suddenly delivers the solution to the conscious mind in a burst of clarity. Intuitive insights often come when we're not actively trying to solve a problem, perhaps during a walk, a shower, or even in a dream. The subconscious mind, free from the constraints of logic and linear thinking, connects dots in ways that the conscious mind can't. One of the most famous examples of intuitive problem-solving is the story of August Kekulé, the German chemist who discovered the ring structure of benzene after having a vivid dream of a snake biting its own tail. This image, a metaphor for the circular structure of the molecule, came to him during a moment of relaxation when his conscious mind was at rest. This type of breakthrough, sparked by intuitive thinking, is a testament to the power of the subconscious to solve problems in ways that logic alone cannot. By cultivating intuition, we open ourselves to these moments of brilliance. Engaging in practices like meditation, journaling, or simply giving ourselves time to reflect in silence can create the mental space needed for these intuitive flashes to emerge. Creativity thrives in environments where the mind is free to roam, unburdened by the need for immediate answers or rational explanations. When we trust our intuitive guidance, we tap into a deeper well of creativity that can lead to innovative solutions, artistic breakthroughs, and new ways of thinking. Have you ever noticed how animals seem to gravitate toward certain people, almost as if they sense something beyond the surface? This connection between humans and animals is often rooted in intuition. Animals, especially those that are domesticated, are highly attuned to the energies and emotions of the people around them. They pick up on subtle nonverbal cues that we might not even realize we're sending out: our body language, our mood, even our intentions. If animals frequently seek your company, it could be a sign that you have a strong intuitive connection with the natural world. This ability to resonate with animals on an instinctual level speaks to the broader theme of empathy and nonverbal communication. Just as we can intuitively sense the emotions of other people, we can also sense the needs and feelings of animals, often without any spoken communication. Throughout history, this bond has been revered in many cultures. From Native American beliefs about spirit animals to the ancient Egyptians' worship of cats, the idea that animals possess wisdom and intuitive knowledge has long been a part of human spirituality. Many people find that spending time with animals not only enhances their own intuition, but also brings a sense of peace and healing. Animals live in the present moment, free from the anxieties and distractions that often cloud human intuition. By observing and interacting with them, we can learn to quiet our minds and reconnect with our own intuitive abilities. For those who feel a special bond with animals, this connection can serve as a profound reminder of the intricate and sacred web of life that links all living beings. It highlights the interconnectedness of existence, where the boundaries between species blur and the threads of energy that unite us become more apparent. This relationship with animals is more than just an emotional attachment. It is a spiritual exchange where intuition flows freely between species, transcending the need for words or rational explanation. Animals have an innate ability to sense the energies and intentions of those around them. They respond to our moods, our thoughts, and even the unspoken vibrations we emit. A dog that knows when its owner is sad without a word being spoken, or a bird that chooses to land near someone with a calm presence, are perfect examples of this silent communication. When animals trust us and seek our companionship, it is often because they recognize the purity and authenticity of the energy we project. This recognition, this unspoken bond, is deeply rooted in intuition. One of the most fascinating aspects of intuition is its ability to manifest in dreams. Have you ever had a dream that seemed to predict the future, or that offered insights into a problem you were facing? These prophetic dreams are often seen as a form of intuitive wisdom, offering guidance and foresight that goes beyond our waking understanding. Throughout history, prophetic dreams have been regarded as a powerful source of insight. In many cultures and religious traditions, dreams are seen as a gateway to the spiritual realm, where messages from the divine or the subconscious mind can be received. From the biblical story of Joseph interpreting Pharaoh's dreams to modern-day accounts of people dreaming about events before they happen, the idea that dreams can offer glimpses into the future is both ancient and enduring. From a psychological standpoint, prophetic dreams may arise from the brain's ability to process and organize information in a way that's not always accessible during waking life. While we sleep, our subconscious mind works to integrate and synthesize the data we've collected throughout the day. This process can sometimes result in dreams that seem to offer insights or solutions to problems that have been eluding us. In some cases, these dreams may even seem to predict future events, as our subconscious picks up on patterns or signals that our conscious mind hasn't yet noticed. To harness the power of prophetic dreams, it can be helpful to keep a dream journal, noting down any recurring symbols or themes that seem to carry meaning. By reflecting on these dreams and the emotions they evoke, we can gain deeper insight into our inner world and the guidance it offers. At the heart of intuition is the ability to make decisions that feel right, even if they defy conventional logic. Intuitive decision-making is often described as a kind of inner knowing, a sense that you are being guided toward the right path, even if you can't explain why. This type of decision-making is common in both personal and professional settings, where people must make choices under pressure or in the absence of clear information. One of the key strengths of intuitive decision-making is that it allows us to draw on a vast storehouse of subconscious knowledge. While rational analysis is limited by the data we have at hand, intuition taps into a broader spectrum of information: past experiences, emotional cues, and subtle patterns that aren't immediately obvious. This is why successful entrepreneurs, leaders, and creatives often credit their intuition for guiding them through moments of uncertainty. However, it's important to strike a balance between intuition and rational thinking. While intuition can offer valuable insights, it's not infallible. There are times when our gut feelings may be influenced by biases, fears, or unresolved emotions, leading us astray. By combining intuitive guidance with critical thinking and openness to other perspectives, we can make more well-rounded decisions that are both insightful and grounded. Cultivating this balance involves developing a sense of trust in your intuition, while also remaining open to feedback and reflection. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, and journaling can help you tune into your intuitive signals, while also giving you the space to evaluate them with clarity and discernment. Over time, this practice can lead to a deeper sense of confidence in your decision-making, as you learn to trust both your instincts and your reason. Another profound aspect of intuition is its ability to help us perceive the true character of others. Have you ever had a conversation with someone and immediately sensed that they were not being authentic, even though nothing in their words or actions explicitly revealed this? This intuitive ability to see through to the core of a person's intentions, values, and essence is often tied to our sense of personal integrity. People with strong intuition are often able to quickly assess whether someone's actions align with their words. They pick up on subtle inconsistencies in body language, tone, or energy that reveal more than what's being said. This intuitive insight can be incredibly valuable in both personal relationships and professional settings, helping us to avoid toxic dynamics and build connections with people who share our values. In a world where appearances can be deceiving, the ability to read people intuitively is a priceless skill. It allows us to navigate complex social situations with greater clarity, making decisions about who to trust and how to engage with others. As we refine our intuition, we become better at discerning the true nature of the people we encounter, helping us to build stronger, more authentic relationships. If you often find yourself sensing things before they happen, picking up on unspoken emotions, or having moments of sudden clarity, it's likely that your intuition is already a powerful force in your life. This remarkable gift is one that we all possess, but it requires careful nurturing to truly flourish. By paying attention to your gut feelings, embracing moments of intuitive insight, and balancing intuition with rational thought, you can unlock a deeper, more fulfilling way of engaging with the world around you. The key to mastering intuition lies in trust. Trusting yourself, trusting the subtle messages you receive, and trusting that you are being guided toward the life you are meant to lead. Whether through dreams, gut instincts, or silent whispers, intuition offers profound wisdom that can help you navigate life's challenges with grace and clarity. So, take the time to listen, to reflect, and to honor the quiet voice within. It may just be the key to unlocking your true potential. Have you noticed intuitive signs in your life? We'd love to hear about your experiences. Share them in the comments below. If this exploration of intuition resonated with you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more spiritual insights. Trust in your intuition, and it will guide you in ways you never thought possible. What does it take to break free from the chains of a generational curse? Perhaps you've faced struggles that seem too familiar, as if they're woven into the fabric of your family's story. Patterns of pain, trauma, or self-doubt that pass from one generation to the next. But here you are, standing at the crossroads, having endured your own wounds, and now discovering something remarkable. You are not just another link in the chain. You are the one who breaks it. In this video, we'll uncover how the very wounds you've carried can become the source of your greatest healing power, not only for yourself, but for the generations to come. This is your moment to reclaim your story and transform the pain of the past into a legacy of growth, strength, and healing. If this resonates with your journey and you're ready to explore how to step fully into the role of the healer, be sure to subscribe. Let's walk this powerful path together, breaking the cycles of the past and embracing the light of transformation. Now, let's begin. For generations, many of us have inherited more than just our family name or traditions. We've also inherited the unspoken legacy of avoidance, a quiet but powerful refusal to confront our deepest pains, traumas, and emotional scars. This pattern, often passed down like an invisible chain, binds us in cycles of suffering that we barely notice, yet cannot seem to escape. We bury our emotions beneath the surface, hiding them behind distractions or the masks of success society teaches us to wear. But pain, like a relentless tide, always finds a way to surge back into our lives, demanding to be seen, felt, and acknowledged. In the midst of this shared avoidance, there are individuals born with a rare and extraordinary sensitivity. These souls do not merely observe life's struggles from a distance. They feel them profoundly, as though every joy and sorrow in the world courses through their very being. They are often misunderstood, even by those closest to them, because their emotional depth is not easily explained or contained. But what others may perceive as weakness or fragility is, in truth, a profound gift. These individuals are not flawed. They are born to break the cycle. They are the healers, the spiritual warriors, the modern-day shamans whose journey through their own pain is the very path that enables them to lead others out of their darkness. Society, uncomfortable with anything that doesn't fit neatly into its boxes, may try to label these people, often diagnosing their heightened sensitivity as mental illness. Depression, anxiety, or other clinical terms are used to describe what is actually a spiritual gift, a soul being shaped by life's trials. These intense emotional and spiritual experiences are not burdens, they are initiations. In ancient cultures, those destined to heal often had to endure significant personal trials, illnesses, suffering, or moments that brought them to the brink. These rites of passage were essential for acquiring the deep wisdom needed to heal others. Today, though the language and rituals have changed, the essence remains the same. Those who bear the heaviest emotional burdens are not patients in need of curing, they are healers in the making. Through their personal anguish, they are being prepared for a sacred calling, to transform their own suffering into a reservoir of wisdom, compassion, and strength. They are learning the ancient sacred art of turning pain into healing, not just for themselves, but for the countless others who will one day look to them for guidance. These are the ones who see beyond the surface, who feel the currents of generational pain running through families, and who, through their own journey, learn how to break the chains that have bound their ancestors. They are the ones who are learning, through each tear and every heartbreak, that their suffering is not in vain. It is the forge that transforms them into healers, capable of mending not only their own wounds, but the deep fractures in the hearts of others. Your journey through suffering is not a path of torment, but a crucible for your awakening. A sacred forge where the raw materials of your soul are refined. Each emotional trial you endure does not merely scar you. It sculpts you, shaping you into a vessel capable of holding greater wisdom, compassion, and love. Every tear you shed is not a sign of defeat, but a droplet of grace, carving out the contours of your soul, preparing you for a deeper communion with the divine. Imagine your life as a block of unshaped marble, full of potential, but rough, unrefined. It is through the chisel of suffering that you are being carved into a masterpiece. The hammer strikes. Those moments of intense pain, loss, or confusion may seem harsh, but they are purposeful. With every blow, a part of your old self falls away, revealing the beauty that lies beneath. The divine artist is at work within you, using your hardships as tools to reveal the sacred within, transforming your brokenness into brilliance. You are not merely surviving your pain, you are mastering it. You are learning to alchemize your sorrow into strength, to transform your wounds into wisdom. Think of your suffering as the heat required to turn iron into steel. It strengthens you, makes you resilient, and prepares you for a greater purpose. The fires of adversity are not meant to consume you, but to refine you, just as gold is purified in the flame. Understand that your suffering is not meaningless. It is preparing you for a role that transcends the ordinary, awakening you to a deeper purpose. You are being called to something higher, something that can only be fulfilled through the lessons your pain has taught you. Your struggles are the spiritual weights that, when lifted, build the muscles of your soul. Every challenge is an opportunity to rise, to grow, and to align yourself with the divine will. But why does pain serve as such a powerful catalyst for spiritual awakening? The answer lies in the nature of suffering itself. Pain strips away the illusions we cling to, the masks we wear, and the distractions we use to avoid facing our true selves. In the rawness of suffering, we are forced to confront the deepest truths of our existence, our vulnerability, our interconnectedness, and the impermanence of life. This confrontation with truth is the essence of spiritual awakening. It is the moment when we realize that the walls we have built around our hearts are unnecessary, and that the very pain we have been avoiding holds the key to our liberation. Your deepest wounds, therefore, are not mere afflictions, but are the experiences that enhance your ability to empathize, connect, and heal. As you navigate your darkest moments, you gradually unlock a profound spiritual truth. Healing yourself and healing others are intertwined destinies. Each step toward your own healing is a step toward understanding and alleviating the suffering of others. Your personal victories become collective triumphs, as the wisdom you gain from your pain ripples out to touch the lives of those around you. In today's world, where sensitivity is often viewed through the narrow lens of medical labels, we find ourselves in need of a new narrative around pain and suffering, one that honors the depth of human experience rather than diminishes it. Society frequently tries to numb, suppress, or fix those who feel deeply, categorizing their emotions as disorders to be cured. But what if, instead of silencing sensitivity, we began to see pain as an extraordinary force for growth and transformation? Rather than avoiding discomfort, we could recognize it as the very thing that awakens our most profound potential. The mainstream approach is quick to pathologize what it can't easily understand, rushing to diagnose what doesn't fit neatly into the boxes of modern psychology. But your intense emotions and difficult experiences are not problems to be solved. They are signals of your capacity for something greater. These feelings are not symptoms. They are signs of your ability to channel energy, heal from deep wounds, and in doing so, help others transform their own pain. Take a moment to reflect on the traditional healers in indigenous cultures. These individuals were not just tolerated because of their connection to suffering, they were revered. Their hardships were not seen as weaknesses but as spiritual initiations, rites of passage that prepared them to guide others toward healing. Just as a sword is forged in fire, so too were these healers tempered by life's trials, emerging with the wisdom, resilience, and power to mend the brokenness in their communities. In the same way, your own wounds are not flaws. They are sacred markers of your readiness to heal, both yourself and others. These scars become your sources of strength, allowing you to connect with others in a way that is raw, real, and deeply transformative. It's also important to seek out mentors or guides, people who have walked similar paths and can offer insight as you navigate the complexities of your gift. These relationships will help you refine your abilities, turning what others might see as a vulnerability into a profound source of healing. In reclaiming your role as a healer, you shift from being viewed as a patient who needs fixing to someone who carries the rare and precious ability to touch the world's wounds with hands shaped by your own suffering. You are not broken. You are becoming whole. By embracing your sensitivity, you stand as a bridge between the pain of the past and the potential for a future filled with compassion, understanding, and renewal. This is not just about healing yourself. It's about reclaiming the power that has always been within you. The power to transform pain into wisdom, to turn wounds into lessons, and to guide others through their own journey of healing. You are a living testament to the strength that comes from vulnerability, and your role in this world is nothing less than sacred. Throughout cultures and spiritual traditions, the archetype of the wounded healer shines as a profound symbol of transformation and redemption. From Christ in Christianity to the shamans of indigenous cultures, these figures are more than just icons. They represent a deep universal truth. Personal suffering, when faced with courage and acceptance, has the power to become a wellspring of healing, not just for the individual, but for the entire community. In Christianity, Christ is often regarded as the ultimate wounded healer. His suffering on the cross and subsequent resurrection serve not only as acts of redemption for believers, but as powerful demonstrations of how pain can be transformative. Christ's wounds, the very marks of his crucifixion, are not symbols of defeat or failure. Rather, they represent his profound empathy for human suffering and his unparalleled ability to heal the spiritual ailments of the world. His journey reveals an essential spiritual truth. Real healing often demands sacrifice, endurance, and the willingness to bear the weight of others' pain. Through his wounds, Christ offers believers a model for finding redemptive meaning in their own trials, encouraging them to see their struggles not as the end, but as the very path toward growth, compassion, and inner peace. In many shamanic traditions, the role of the healer is similarly intertwined with personal suffering. A shaman is not simply born into their role. They are often forged through the fire of intense personal trials. These may include severe illness, near-death experiences, or moments of profound spiritual crisis. In these traditions, it is understood that only those who have walked through the depths of suffering can truly guide others to healing. The shaman's wounds are not just physical or emotional, they are sacred. They represent the shaman's ability to move between the physical and spiritual realms, acting as a bridge between worlds. Through their suffering, shamans gain the wisdom and spiritual insight necessary to heal the deep fractures within their communities, using their pain as a powerful tool for transformation. These archetypes serve as timeless reminders that suffering is far from meaningless. Instead, it can be a sacred initiation, a channel through which profound understanding, personal growth, and communal healing are made possible. The wounded healer archetype teaches us that, when we confront our pain head-on, we don't just heal ourselves. We open a doorway to collective healing, bringing light to the hidden wounds of humanity. Your journey through suffering is not solitary. It ripples outward, touching the lives of those around you, offering them hope, comfort, and the understanding that pain, though difficult, holds within it the seeds of transformation. By embracing your wounds, you become the healer the world so desperately needs, capable of leading others through the dark valleys of their own souls toward the light of renewal and wholeness. The power of the wounded healer archetype is universal, transcending cultures, beliefs, and times. It reminds us that within the depths of our suffering lies the key to our greatest strength. That through our wounds, we not only heal ourselves, but ignite the flame of healing in others. And in this shared healing, we find the deeper purpose of our pain, to become the hands that mend the broken and the light that guides the lost. As a healer, your work is not just about addressing the physical symptoms of pain. It is about delving into the spiritual and emotional roots of suffering. Healing is not merely a clinical procedure. It is a sacred art form, an intricate dance of rituals, prayers, and meditative practices that, when performed with intention and reverence, transform the act of healing into a deeply spiritual experience. Visualize yourself as a conduit between the tangible and the ethereal. Each healing session is a ritual that transcends the physical and taps into the spiritual energies of the universe. This perspective shifts your practice from the mechanical to the mystical, where every touch, every word, and every intention carries a deeper significance. In this sacred space, healing transcends the boundaries of the body and touches the soul, offering not just physical relief, but spiritual liberation. Your rituals may begin long before the actual healing session. Perhaps you start with the lighting of a candle or the burning of sage, each flame and smoke plume carrying away the impurities of the physical space. Maybe you chant or pray, invoking the divine or setting intentions. Your voice, weaving a protective and sacred ambiance around the healing space. These rituals purify, protect, and sanctify, ensuring that both you and the one receiving healing are enveloped in a cocoon of spiritual energy. The inclusion of prayers in your healing practice is a profound acknowledgement of the forces beyond your immediate control. Whether you are praying to a deity, the universe, or the innate wisdom within each being. These prayers are a humble admission of your role not as the ultimate healer, but as an instrument of a greater healing power. This humility deepens the trust between you and those you help, reinforcing the belief that the healing process is a cooperative, interdependent dance between the human and the divine. Your journey as a healer is sacred. It is not defined by the wounds you carry, but by the wisdom and compassion you garner from them. These wounds are not mere scars. They are badges of honor, testaments to your resilience, and the keys to unlocking a deeper connection with those you aim to heal. As you continue on this path, remember that every challenge, every setback, and every moment of suffering has the potential to deepen your capacity to heal. Embrace these experiences, learn from them. Allow them to refine your spirit and your skills. In doing so, you not only heal yourself but extend that healing outward, like ripples across a pond, touching lives and soothing spirits far beyond your immediate reach. Share your stories. Speak of your struggles and your triumphs, your pains and your discoveries. Each narrative you share casts light into the shadows of another's path, offering hope and guidance. Your voice can validate, inspire, and empower others to see their wounds not as ends but as beginnings, portals to a richer, more fulfilling life dedicated to healing and growth. Step forward with pride and confidence in your role as a healer. Know that your journey is sacred, your work invaluable, and your impact profound. Let your life be a testament to the power of healing that begins within and extends infinitely outward, carrying with it the promise of renewal and the profound joy of service. Welcome back, my dear friends. As the great mystic Rumi once said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." In our quest for enlightenment, we are not simply navigating mystical auras or divine revelations. We are often called to confront our deepest shadows, the wounds we carry as chosen ones. Our fears, struggles, and moments of doubt are all part of the sacred process of transformation. These challenges are not burdens to be resented, but portals through which the light of divine truth pours into our lives. Today we shall explore this intricate balance. The life of a chosen one is not only marked by heightened awareness, but also by profound moments of isolation, inner turmoil, and the pressure to live up to an immense spiritual destiny. As we navigate these uncharted waters together, know that you are not alone. We will shed light on the shadows that accompany spiritual awakening and, in doing so, find solace and strength. Together, we will confront these challenges and discover the wisdom hidden within. So stay with us throughout this journey, and if you find this message resonates with your soul, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Inner Mystics. Your support helps spread this light and brings our community closer. Now let's dive into the hidden truths that chosen ones face. One of the first truths about being a chosen one is the heightened sense of awareness that permeates every aspect of life. Imagine living with an enhanced radar system that picks up on the subtlest vibrations in the world around you. Emotions, energies, hidden truths. You may sense things others are blissfully unaware of, whether it's the sadness lurking behind a friend's smile or the unspoken tension in a room full of people. This acute perception is both a gift and a burden. On one hand, heightened awareness allows you to connect with the deeper rhythms of the universe. You can see beyond the surface, uncovering the interconnectedness of all things. The beauty of nature, the joy of a kind word, the whisper of the cosmos, all resonate deeply within you, offering profound moments of clarity and insight. This heightened awareness serves as a guiding light on your spiritual journey, helping you navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Yet this same awareness also exposes you to the darker aspects of the world. Walking into a room, you may instantly feel the stress, anger, or sadness of those around you. It's as if you're a sponge, absorbing the emotional and energetic turmoil of others, whether you want to or not. The weight of the world's suffering can feel relentless, battering your senses and leaving you exhausted. Every news headline, every personal interaction can feel like a barrage of negativity that threatens to overwhelm your inner peace. As a chosen one, managing this sensitivity is crucial. Without proper boundaries, you can easily fall into a cycle of overthinking and emotional burnout. You may find yourself trapped in a loop, constantly processing the emotions and energies you pick up, struggling to make sense of it all. The mind can become a whirlwind of second-guessing, where every subtle shift in energy feels like a puzzle to be solved. This mental fatigue, coupled with the emotional drain of absorbing others' pain, can leave you feeling utterly depleted. The key here is learning to navigate this sensitivity with grace and wisdom. As a chosen one, your heightened awareness is a gift, but it can also feel overwhelming if not properly managed. It's essential to recognize that the solution isn't about shutting down your awareness or dulling your sensitivities. Instead, the journey is about cultivating practices that allow you to protect and sustain your energy while remaining open to the world around you. Grounding techniques, such as spending time in nature, walking barefoot on the earth, or even visualizing roots extending from your body into the ground, can help anchor you when external energies feel too overwhelming. These simple but powerful practices reconnect you to the earth's calming energy, bringing a sense of stability and peace when emotions run high. Mindful breathing is another invaluable tool. In moments of chaos or energetic overload, taking slow, deep breaths allows you to return to the present moment, calming the nervous system and creating a buffer between you and the outside world. This practice not only centers you but also helps regulate emotional responses, allowing you to process intense energies without becoming overwhelmed. Intentional solitude is equally important. As someone who is naturally attuned to the energies of others, you may find that periods of alone time are essential for recalibrating your spirit. These moments of quiet reflection and solitude allow you to release any emotional residue you may have picked up throughout the day. Whether through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence, solitude offers a sacred space for you to recharge and connect with your inner self. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you create a protective shield around your energy field, allowing you to maintain your inner balance and peace amidst the chaos. When you nurture your own well-being, you continue to shine your light without being consumed by the darkness or negativity around you. This is the delicate dance of being a chosen one, learning to embrace your heightened sensitivity while cultivating the strength to stand firm in your own energy. Being a chosen one often comes with a profound sense of purpose. You may feel as though you've been handed a cosmic mission, something that gives your life meaning and direction. But with this sense of purpose comes immense pressure. It's as if you're carrying the weight of a boulder on your shoulders, tasked with fulfilling a destiny that you may not fully understand. This sense of responsibility can be overwhelming. There's no instruction manual for the path you're on, no clear guidelines for how to navigate the twists and turns of your spiritual journey. The pressure to live up to your potential, to not waste your gifts, can lead to constant self-questioning. You may find yourself striving for perfection in everything you do, fearing that any misstep could derail your divine mission. It's important to recognize that this pressure, whether self-imposed or perceived from others, can be paralyzing. You may feel a relentless need to prove yourself, to be the best version of who you think you're supposed to be. This striving for success can overshadow the joy and fulfillment that should naturally arise from living in alignment with your purpose. Instead of feeling inspired by your calling, you may find yourself burdened by it. Moreover, the fear of failure looms large for many chosen ones. The stakes feel higher because your path is not just about personal success. It's tied to a greater spiritual mission. Every decision you make, every action you take, feels significant. The pressure to succeed can lead to chronic stress, where even small setbacks are magnified into existential crises. You may constantly overthink how to be more successful, whether in your career, relationships, or personal growth, always striving for better and feeling guilty for taking breaks. But here's the truth. Your worth is not measured by how perfectly you fulfill your purpose. The divine does not expect perfection from you. Your purpose is not a burden to bear, but a path to walk with grace and curiosity. When you release the pressure to perform, you open yourself up to the joy and freedom that comes with living authentically. It's not about doing everything right. It's about being true to yourself and embracing the journey with all its ups and downs. As a chosen one, you likely operate on a higher vibrational frequency, which allows you to tap into the beauty and harmony of the universe. This heightened vibration can lead to moments of deep connection, where you feel aligned with the flow of the cosmos and filled with joy, love, and light. Yet this same vibrational sensitivity also makes you more attuned to the chaos and negativity of the world. It's like having an internal tuning fork that resonates with every high and low frequency around you. While you can experience profound joy and connection, you are also acutely aware of discord, suffering, and distress. The constant barrage of negative energies can feel overwhelming, leaving you drained and disconnected from your own inner peace. Living in a world that seems perpetually out of harmony with your higher vibration can be deeply challenging. You may struggle to relate to those around you, feeling as though your experiences and perceptions are out of sync with the collective consciousness. Conversations that once seemed engaging may now feel trivial, and you may find it difficult to engage in activities that others enjoy. This disconnect can lead to a profound sense of loneliness and isolation, as you search for deeper meaning and connection in a world that often seems focused on the superficial. Maintaining a higher vibration requires continuous effort and mindfulness. It's not enough to simply stay positive. You must actively cultivate practices that keep your energy high, even in the face of negativity. Meditation, energy work, and spending time in nature can help you stay grounded and aligned with your higher self. But it's also important to acknowledge that it's okay to struggle. It's okay to feel overwhelmed by the weight of the world at times. The key is to practice self-compassion, allowing yourself the space to rest and recharge when needed. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world's suffering on your own. By nurturing your own light, you can continue to shine brightly, even in the darkest of times. As a chosen one, you are often called to be a leader, whether you seek the role or not. People naturally look to you for guidance, support, and wisdom. Your spiritual insight and compassionate heart make you the go-to person for advice, whether it's about personal issues, emotional struggles, or navigating life's challenges. While this role can be deeply fulfilling, it also comes with its own set of burdens. Leadership, especially in a spiritual context, can feel like a never-ending responsibility. You may be expected to have all the answers, to always do the right thing, and to shoulder the burdens that others shy away from. This sense of responsibility can create a sense of distance between you and those around you, as few people truly understand the weight you carry. The pressure to always be strong, to always be on, can lead to burnout and exhaustion. Moreover, the constant demands on your time and energy can make it difficult to prioritize your own needs. You may find yourself sacrificing personal desires and leisure in the name of helping others. While you are passionate about making a difference in the world, this relentless focus on serving others can leave you feeling stretched thin, with little time or energy left for yourself. The challenge here is learning to set boundaries without feeling guilty. It's essential to recognize that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking time for self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. By nurturing your own well-being, you are better equipped to help others. The key is to find balance, knowing when to step into your role as a leader and when to step back and focus on your own needs. Leadership is not about being perfect or always having the answers. It's about being authentic, showing up with integrity, and leading by example. When you allow yourself the grace to rest and recharge, you become a more effective and compassionate leader. One of the most difficult aspects of being a chosen one is the profound sense of isolation that often accompanies the journey. Despite your heightened awareness and spiritual insights, you may find yourself feeling deeply alone. It's like being a lighthouse, guiding others through the darkness, but isolated from the mainland, standing solitary amidst the crashing waves. Your unique perspective and deep insights set you apart from those around you, making it challenging to find people who truly understand your journey. While others engage in everyday conversations about work, relationships, or entertainment, you may be lost in contemplation of deeper truths and spiritual mysteries. This disconnect can make social interactions feel superficial and unfulfilling, as though the gap between your inner world and the outer world is too vast to bridge. Moreover, the isolation isn't just social, it's emotional. You carry the weight of your insights and challenges by yourself, often without a confidant who can share in your experiences. This emotional solitude can amplify feelings of self-doubt, as there's no external validation or support to reassure you that you're on the right path. Over time, this isolation can spiral into feelings of insignificance and hopelessness, making it harder to stay motivated and positive. But it's important to remember that solitude is not a punishment. It is often the space where the most profound growth occurs. In the quiet of your own company, you are given the opportunity to connect deeply with your own soul, to listen to the whispers of the universe, and to find strength within yourself. While the loneliness may feel overwhelming at times, it is also a fertile ground for self-discovery and transformation. To combat the negative aspects of isolation, seek out kindred spirits who resonate with your journey. Whether through spiritual communities, online groups, or close friendships, finding others who share your perspective can help ease the burden of loneliness. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to carry the weight of your journey alone. Resilience is one of the hallmarks of a chosen one's journey. It's like being in a never-ending marathon, where the finish line keeps moving further and further away. Each challenge you face strengthens your character, but the relentless nature of these trials can lead to chronic stress and emotional exhaustion. The potential for emotional scars is the darker side of resilience. Over time, the accumulation of hardships can leave deep wounds that are difficult to heal. The emotional toll of constantly bracing for the next hurdle can weigh heavily on your spirit, leaving you feeling battle-weary and worn down. The expectation to always be the bigger person, to rise above every challenge, can feel like an unfair burden. especially when you are struggling internally. It's important to acknowledge that while resilience is a powerful trait, it comes with its own costs. The constant challenges that build resilience can take a significant toll on your well-being, both mentally and physically. If you don't take time to nurture and heal yourself, these emotional wounds can fester, leading to burnout and depression. The key here is to find ways to nurture yourself amidst the trials. This means practicing self-compassion, allowing yourself the space to rest, and recognizing that it's okay to feel vulnerable. You are not expected to be invincible. Your strength lies not in your ability to avoid pain, but in your ability to move through it with grace and courage. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts a chosen one possesses. It's like having a sixth sense that constantly feeds you information from the unseen world. You may find yourself picking up on truths, emotions, and underlying tensions that others overlook. This intuitive understanding can guide you and provide clarity, helping you navigate life with a deeper sense of purpose. But this gift also comes with its challenges. Your intuition may make you overly cautious or suspicious of others' motives. You may find it difficult to trust people, always sensing the hidden agendas or unspoken emotions that lie beneath the surface. This constant state of alertness can lead to hypervigilance, where you're always on guard, scanning your environment for signs and signals that others miss. While this heightened awareness can be incredibly valuable, it can also be mentally exhausting. The constant influx of intuitive information can leave you feeling drained, as you're perpetually processing and analyzing the energies around you. Finding inner peace and tranquility can be difficult when your mind is always working overtime, trying to make sense of the subtle shifts in the world around you. The key to navigating this intuitive gift is learning how to manage the flow of information. You don't have to tune into everything all the time. By setting energetic boundaries and practicing mindfulness, you can control when and how you engage with your intuition. This allows you to preserve your mental and emotional energy, ensuring that your gift remains a source of strength rather than a burden. My friends, as we conclude our exploration of the shadows that accompany the path of a chosen one, remember this: the challenges you face are not obstacles meant to break you. They are part of the unique journey you have been called to undertake. Each trial, each moment of darkness, is an opportunity for growth, learning, and transformation. Many who believe in soul contracts and past life reincarnation suggest that you chose this life and its experiences as part of your soul's eternal journey. This belief highlights the incredible strength and resilience of your spirit. Every wound, every hardship, is a portal through which the light of divine truth enters your life. So don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't let others' expectations weigh you down or make you feel guilty for taking time to care for your own well-being. Your journey is about balance, giving generously to others while also nurturing yourself. You are not here to carry the weight of the world on your own. Allow yourself the grace to rest, to heal, and to find joy in the process. Your path is one of immense challenges, but it is also one of incredible rewards. Embrace both the light and the dark, for it is through this balance that true enlightenment is found. And always remember, you are not alone. We are all walking this path together, and your light, no matter how dim it may seem at times, shines brightly in the cosmos. Until next time, dear my friends, continue to seek balance, cherish the light within, and face the shadows with courage. If you found this message resonating, I invite you to like, comment, and share it with those who might benefit from it. Together, we can spread this light to others and create a community of seekers who support one another on this sacred journey. May you find peace, strength, and cosmic love on your path. Until we meet again, keep shining. There comes a time in the spiritual journey when silence becomes louder than the clamor of the world. You, dear soul, might be experiencing this very moment, a period of profound isolation. You may feel as though the world has moved on without you, leaving you in the quiet shadows of solitude. But this stillness is not a punishment or a mistake. On the contrary, it is a vital, divine process crafted by the universe for your growth, transformation, and ultimate purpose. This phase of isolation is not something that happens by coincidence. For those who are chosen, those destined to walk a path of spiritual awakening, solitude becomes a sacred space where the soul is refined and where the whispers of the divine can be heard more clearly. In this video, we will dive into the profound meaning behind isolation, explore how it functions as a vital part of your journey, and reflect on the ways you can embrace it as a transformative period in your spiritual evolution. Let's begin by exploring the concept of being chosen. What does it mean to be a chosen one? Many people speak of chosen ones as individuals who have been selected by a higher power for a special mission, a unique purpose. In spiritual terms, this means you have been called to awaken to a higher truth, to seek the divine, and to carry out a purpose that resonates deeply with your soul's mission. It is important to recognize that being chosen does not mean you are superior to others. Rather, it signifies that your soul has been entrusted with a specific role in the cosmic plan. The universe has set you apart to embark on a path that demands deep reflection, personal growth, and alignment with higher frequencies of consciousness. This calling often feels weighty because it requires you to strip away old layers of ego, past conditioning, and societal distractions in order to access the true essence of who you are. This sacred responsibility is both a blessing and a challenge. It comes with the gift of insight, wisdom, and spiritual power, but it also requires you to face trials, endure hardships, and walk through periods of solitude. Your isolation, therefore, is not just a byproduct of circumstance. It is a deliberate phase, an initiation into deeper levels of awareness. It is during this time that you begin to understand the gravity and beauty of your calling. Isolation, in the context of spiritual awakening, is more than just physical separation from the world. It is a profound state of being that allows you to disconnect from external noise and distractions, giving you the space to attune to your inner world. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, creates this pause in your life so that you may focus on the work that can only be done in silence, the work of self-reflection, healing, and transformation. During periods of isolation, the chosen ones are invited to enter a sacred space where transformation takes place on multiple levels. Just as the caterpillar must retreat into its cocoon before emerging as a butterfly, you too must enter this solitary phase to shed the old and embrace the new. This transformation, however, is not always easy. It can feel uncomfortable, lonely, and even painful at times. But remember, it is through this very discomfort that you will be refined and strengthened. Here are several key aspects of the transformation that occurs during isolation. Number 1. Shedding the old self. Letting go of past patterns. Isolation provides you with the opportunity to shed layers of your old self. These layers consist of beliefs, behaviors, and attachments that no longer serve your highest good. When we are constantly surrounded by others, it can be difficult to recognize these patterns because we are caught up in the roles we play in our daily lives, as a friend, a partner, a worker, or a member of society. However, in solitude, there is no one to reflect back to you who you once were. You are given the space to step back from the world and look inward. In this space, you begin to see clearly which parts of yourself are outdated, no longer aligned with your soul's true nature. You may notice that certain fears, judgments, or negative thought patterns are holding you back from becoming your highest self. The universe, in its wisdom, creates this silence so that you may become aware of these patterns and begin the process of releasing them. Letting go is not easy. It may involve mourning the loss of an old identity or facing difficult emotions that have long been buried. But know that this shedding process is essential for your growth. It is a necessary step in your evolution toward a more authentic and empowered version of yourself. Number 2. Deep healing and self-awareness. Confronting the inner wounds. Isolation is also a time of deep healing. When the distractions of daily life are stripped away, You are left with nothing but your own thoughts and feelings. At first, this may feel uncomfortable, as you come face to face with your inner wounds, insecurities, and fears. But remember, it is only by acknowledging these wounds that you can heal them. The universe has chosen this time of solitude to help you confront the pain that may have been buried deep within your soul. Whether it is unresolved trauma, emotional scars, or limiting beliefs, this period of isolation offers you the opportunity to bring these hidden aspects of yourself to the surface. Through self-awareness and compassion, you can begin to heal and release the emotional weight that has been holding you back. Healing is not always linear. It may involve revisiting painful memories or facing difficult truths about yourself. But as you do this work, know that you are being guided and supported by the divine. The universe is holding space for your healing process, allowing you to emerge stronger and more resilient. Trust that every tear shed and every emotional release is paving the way for your transformation. Number 3. Connecting with the divine. Strengthening spiritual connection. One of the most profound gifts of isolation is the opportunity to deepen your connection with the divine. When the noise of the world fades away, the voice of the universe becomes louder and more discernible. In solitude, you can attune to the subtle guidance, synchronicities, and signs that the universe is sending your way. This period of isolation is an invitation to go within and connect with the higher frequencies of consciousness that guide your path. Whether through meditation, prayer, or simply sitting in silence, you are given the space to listen to the divine whispers that are constantly speaking to you. These whispers may come in the form of intuition, dreams, or sudden insights. They are messages from the universe, helping you align with your true purpose and guiding you on your journey. It is important to remember that even in moments of loneliness, you are never truly alone. The divine is always present, always guiding you, even when it may not seem obvious. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, and this period of isolation is part of that divine plan. Use this time to cultivate a deeper spiritual practice, to strengthen your connection with the divine, and to develop your intuitive abilities. The more you tune into this connection, the more you will feel supported and guided on your path. While isolation offers profound opportunities for growth and transformation, it also comes with its own set of challenges. The quiet can feel deafening, and the lack of external validation can lead to feelings of loneliness, doubt, and uncertainty. However, it is in facing these challenges that you find your true strength. One of the most common challenges of isolation is the feeling of loneliness. It is natural to crave connection with others, especially in moments of uncertainty. But it is important to understand that loneliness is not a permanent state. It is a temporary emotion that arises when we feel disconnected from others and from ourselves. Instead of resisting the loneliness, try to embrace it. View it as a necessary part of your journey, a sacred space where you can explore your inner world without distractions. In this space, you have the opportunity to reconnect with yourself on a deeper level. You may discover aspects of yourself that you never knew existed, or you may find clarity on what truly matters to you. It is also important to remember that the universe is always with you, even in moments of solitude. You are never truly alone. The divine presence is always guiding and supporting you, even when it feels like you are walking this path by yourself. Take comfort in knowing that this isolation is not a punishment but a gift, a time for you to deepen your relationship with yourself and with the divine. Another challenge that often arises during isolation is self-doubt. Without the validation of others, it is easy to question your path and your purpose. You may wonder if you are on the right track or if you are making the right decisions. This doubt can be overwhelming, but it is also a natural part of the process. It is important to recognize that self-doubt is simply a reflection of the ego trying to hold onto old patterns of fear and control. As you move through this phase of isolation, you are shedding the layers of your old self, and with that shedding comes uncertainty. But it is in this uncertainty that you are given the opportunity to cultivate trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and trust in the process of your transformation. Whenever doubt arises, remind yourself of the times in your life when you have overcome challenges and emerged stronger. Reflect on the signs and synchronicities that have guided you to this point. Trust that the universe is orchestrating everything for your highest good, even if it is not yet clear to you. Keep moving forward with faith, knowing that each step you take is leading you closer to your true purpose. As you move through this period of isolation, you will begin to notice the gifts that solitude brings. While the journey may be challenging at times, it is also deeply rewarding. Through isolation, you gain clarity on your purpose, a deeper connection with the divine, and a renewed sense of inner strength. One of the greatest gifts of isolation is the clarity it brings. Without the distractions of the external world, you have the space to reflect on your life and your soul's true calling. You may find that your purpose becomes clearer, or that you gain new insights into the direction you need to take. This clarity often comes in the form of sudden realizations, intuitive nudges, or dreams that offer guidance. Pay attention to these messages, as they are the universe's way of showing you the path forward. As you gain clarity on your purpose, you will feel a sense of alignment and empowerment, knowing that you are walking the path that is meant for you. Isolation also offers you the opportunity to cultivate inner strength. As you face the challenges of solitude, loneliness, and self-doubt, you are forced to rely on your own inner resources. This process of self-reliance strengthens your resilience and helps you develop a deeper sense of self-trust. Over time, you will begin to realize that you are capable of navigating the uncertainties of life with grace and confidence. You will no longer need external validation to affirm your worth or your path. Instead, you will trust in your own inner knowing, and this trust will become the foundation of your strength. Finally, solitude offers the gift of a deeper connection with the divine. In the stillness of isolation, you are able to tune into the subtle guidance and messages from the universe. This connection brings a sense of peace, clarity, and purpose, helping you feel supported and guided on your journey. As you strengthen your connection with the divine, you will begin to feel a sense of oneness with the universe. You will recognize that you are part of a larger cosmic plan, and that everything in your life is unfolding in divine timing. This connection will bring you comfort in moments of uncertainty and help you stay aligned with your soul's purpose. Dear Chosen One, your journey through isolation is not a random occurrence. It is a sacred phase in your spiritual evolution, a time for you to shed the old, heal your inner wounds, and connect more deeply with the divine. While this path may be challenging, it is also profoundly transformative. Embrace this period of solitude as a gift from the universe, a time for you to discover your true purpose and cultivate inner strength. Trust that the universe is guiding you every step of the way, even in moments of uncertainty. As you move forward, carry the lessons and insights gained from this time with you, and let them guide you on your path to becoming the highest version of yourself. If you have found this message resonating with your journey, know that you are not alone. There is a community of chosen ones who are walking similar paths, facing similar challenges, and discovering similar truths. We are all connected in this sacred web of awakening, and together, we are fulfilling the divine plan. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of isolation and its deeper purpose. If this message has touched you in some way, I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you wish to continue receiving guidance and insights on your spiritual journey, please consider subscribing to our channel. Until we meet again, take care of your soul, trust the process, and know that you are being guided toward your true purpose. Have you ever felt like you're running in place? Like every effort, no matter how well planned or executed, seems to lead nowhere? You keep pushing forward, but the progress you long for remains elusive, just out of reach. It's easy to mistake these moments for failure, to think that all your hard work is in vain. But what if I told you that just beyond the next turn, life is setting up something grand for you? That understanding could shift everything, turning frustration into hope, confusion into anticipation. Because if you look closely, you'll notice the universe has always been dropping hints, quiet whispers of a major victory waiting for you just ahead. These signs, though subtle and often overlooked, are breadcrumbs leading you toward a breakthrough that has the power to change your life in unimaginable ways. For anyone feeling caught in the tension of anticipation, knowing that something monumental is coming but unsure exactly when or how, these signs act as a beacon. They offer reassurance that not only is progress within reach, but that a significant victory is on the verge of unfolding. So, let's explore these unmistakable indicators that you're about to win big in your life. There's a certain kind of restlessness that isn't rooted in anxiety or stress, but in something deeper, a whisper from within, an internal shift. This feeling often emerges unexpectedly, like a fleeting moment of unease or an inexplicable surge of energy. It's subtle, but it's profound. You feel it not in your mind but in your soul, a vibration, an awakening, a knowing that something monumental is about to happen in your life. Unlike the grand dramatic signs we might expect, such as a rare event or a mysterious coincidence, the universe often communicates through quiet whispers. These whispers resonate deep within us, stirring a part of ourselves that is connected to something much larger than we can consciously understand. This sense of restlessness is not random. It is purposeful. It is the universe nudging you, gently shaking you out of complacency, urging you to pay attention. When you feel this inner stirring, it is not a signal to worry. It is a sign that you are standing on the brink of a significant breakthrough. The restlessness you feel is akin to the charged air before a storm, filled with potential and energy, signaling that a profound shift is about to occur. This internal stirring is your subconscious attuning itself to the cosmic frequencies, recognizing the signs of change before your conscious mind can catch up. What does this mean for you? Recognize this feeling for what it truly is, a call to attention. It is the universe's way of saying, get ready. Your moment is near. This restlessness is your intuition speaking, urging you not to ignore the opportunities that are about to present themselves. It's telling you that something you've been working toward, something you may have even forgotten, is about to manifest in your life. Consider this restlessness as a sailor would consider the wind picking up at sea. The change in weather signals that it's time to adjust the sails and prepare for a new direction. Likewise, when you feel this anticipation, it's time to align your mindset, actions, and energy with the coming transformation. Stay open to new possibilities, be ready to pivot, and most importantly, trust that this internal signal is guiding you toward your big win. This anticipation isn't merely about expecting something good to happen. It's about being actively engaged in the process. It encourages you to seek out new opportunities, to take bold action, and to trust in the journey even when the destination remains unclear. It's a reminder that success doesn't always follow a straight path. It often requires us to navigate unexpected twists and turns, guided by our inner compass. When you feel this surge of restlessness or anticipation, don't dismiss it as mere nerves or anxiety. Embrace it as a sign that you are aligned with something far greater than yourself, a signal that your time to shine is near. Chaos. The very word often conjures images of disorder, confusion, and uncertainty. Yet, within the intricate web of our lives, chaos does not always signal misfortune. Instead, it can be a powerful indicator that the universe is reshuffling the elements of your life to bring about a major breakthrough. Consider this. Before any grand creation, there is often a period of deconstruction. Imagine building a house. Before you can erect a new, beautiful structure, you first have to clear the land, break down any old crumbling structures, and excavate the earth to lay a solid foundation. The process is noisy, dusty, and chaotic, but it's also necessary. Without this phase of apparent disorder, the dream home you envisioned could never become a reality. This metaphor extends beyond physical construction. It applies to our personal and professional lives as well. Periods of great chaos often signal that a profound transformation is about to take place. It's as though the universe is in flux, rearranging itself to align with your deepest desires and ambitions. Such times, while challenging, are not mere obstacles. They are opportunities for growth, clearings for the new to emerge. When chaos unfolds around you, it's tempting to interpret it as a sign that things are going wrong. But if you shift your perspective, you'll see that chaos often precedes some of the most significant breakthroughs. The old ways of thinking and being no longer serve you, and the universe is urging you to evolve, adapt, and innovate. This upheaval, while uncomfortable, is a vital part of the transformation process. How should you navigate this chaos? Embrace it. See it for what it truly is. Not just disruption, but potential. Chaos is a sign that you are on the verge of a pivotal transformation. It's the universe's way of shaking things up, forcing you to let go of what no longer serves you and making space for something new and better to take its place. Just as a storm clears the air and replenishes the earth, so too does chaos clear away the outdated structures in your life, creating fertile ground for new growth. During times of chaos, it's crucial to maintain your sense of purpose and direction. While the path ahead may not always be clear, trust that this tumultuous phase is laying the groundwork for something remarkable. Chaos is not an enemy to be feared, but a force to be harnessed. It is a call to action, urging you to clear the ground, prepare for the new, and remain steadfast in the belief that from the depths of chaos, a new order will emerge. Instead of recoiling in fear or frustration when faced with chaos, view it as a profound opportunity for growth and renewal. It's a sign that you are on the brink of a pivotal transformation, one that could redefine the trajectory of your life. Chaos, with all its unpredictability and potential for innovation, is not just a phase to endure, but a dynamic force that propels us toward our most significant victories. In the journey of life, there are moments when everything seems to stand still. Days blend into weeks, weeks into months, and it feels as though nothing is changing. You find yourself caught in a pattern, a loop of repetition where progress seems elusive. This prolonged period of stillness can be frustrating, and it's easy to mistake it for stagnation. But in truth, this quiet phase may be the universe's way of gathering energy for the monumental leap that's about to take place. It's a curious phenomenon. Some of the most significant breakthroughs in life come after extended periods of inertia. The essence of a breakthrough is a sudden dramatic shift, a leap forward that seems to come out of nowhere. But in reality, these shifts are the result of accumulated energy, time, and effort. It's as though the universe has been quietly working in the background, setting the stage for your next big move. Consider this: when you pull back the string of a bow, there's a moment of stillness, a pause, before the arrow is released. The energy gathers, the tension builds, and then, almost suddenly, the arrow flies forward with great speed and precision. Life operates in much the same way. What appears to be a period of waiting or stillness is actually a time of preparation, where the universe is aligning all the pieces for your breakthrough. So how do you navigate these quiet moments? Recognize them for what they are. Not a dead end, but a preparatory stage. This is the time for introspection, for refining your goals and aligning with your deepest ambitions. It's a time to rest, recharge, and gather your strength. Use this period of stillness to cultivate your passions, to explore your inner world, and to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the leap that lies ahead. Patience is key here. Not passive waiting, but active preparation. Think of it as the calm before the storm of transformation. The wheels of change are turning, even if you cannot see them yet. The seeds of your future success are germinating beneath the surface, and soon, they will burst forth into the light. This period of apparent stagnation is a reminder that life doesn't always move in a linear fashion. Sometimes we need to take a step back to gather momentum for the leap forward. Trust that the universe is working in your favor and that the breakthrough you've been waiting for is quietly assembling itself, preparing to unfold in ways you can't yet imagine. In the pursuit of success and the realization of our dreams, we often find ourselves in the midst of relentless striving. The path can be challenging, filled with obstacles and setbacks. Yet, amidst all this, there's a profound sign that you are on the verge of a major breakthrough: the emergence of deep inner peace. This peace doesn't come from external circumstances, nor does it mean that everything is suddenly easy or free of challenges. Rather, it's a serene confidence that arises from within, a feeling that despite the chaos and struggle, you are exactly where you need to be. This tranquility is a powerful indicator that you are aligned with your true path. When you experience this deep inner peace, it's a sign that your actions, thoughts, and desires are in harmony with your higher self and the universe. It's an affirmation that the challenges you face are not obstacles, but necessary steps in your journey. This peace is not an absence of difficulty, but a perspective shift, a knowing that you have done the work, that you are on the right track, and that success is imminent. What does this inner peace mean for your journey? It's a signal that you are in tune with your true purpose. This peace is a reflection of the alignment between your inner world and your outer actions. It indicates that you are making decisions that resonate with your core values, and that you are on a path that is authentically yours. Moreover, this inner calm is a testament to the trust you have cultivated in the process. It's a recognition that every step, whether forward or backward, is part of the larger narrative of your life, guiding you toward your ultimate victory. This peace is not passive. It is an active force, a source of strength that allows you to navigate the highs and lows of your journey with grace and resilience. This tranquility is also a reminder that success is not just about the destination, but about the journey itself. It's about cultivating harmony within yourself, finding balance amidst the striving, and trusting that every challenge is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. In the intricate dance of life, energy operates as a currency in the vast economy of the universe. The balance between what we give and what we take holds profound significance. One of the clearest signs that you are aligned with the path to winning big is when you find yourself contributing more energy to the universe than you are withdrawing. This positive energy exchange is crucial. The universe mirrors the energy we emit, rewarding those who elevate the collective consciousness through their actions, thoughts, and intentions. When we give more than we take, whether through acts of kindness, gratitude, creativity, or service, we align ourselves with the flow of abundance. How does this principle work? It's simple. The more you contribute to the world in a positive way, the more the universe responds in kind. This is not about seeking rewards, but about understanding that everything in life is energy, and what you put out into the universe has a way of coming back to you. Acts of generosity, compassion, and gratitude are powerful ways to contribute energy to the universe. When you express gratitude, you acknowledge the abundance in your life, which invites more abundance to flow to you. When you share love and kindness without expectation, you create ripples of positive energy that eventually find their way back to you, often in unexpected and amplified ways. The universe operates on principles of reciprocity and balance. When you give from a place of authenticity and love, the universe takes notice. This energetic contribution elevates not only your own vibrational frequency, but also the frequency of those around you. It's a feedback loop of positivity. What you put out into the world comes back to you, multiplied. What can you do to amplify this positive energy? Focus on giving without expectation, whether it's through creative expression, helping others, or simply spreading love and positivity. Each action sends ripples through the energetic fabric of the universe. By consciously choosing to put more energy into the world than you take, you align yourself with the flow of abundance and open yourself to receiving the universe's bounty. This principle of energetic contribution is not just about personal gain. It's about creating a world where collective success and well-being are in harmony with our individual aspirations. When we contribute positive energy to the universe, we sow the seeds for a future where success is not just a personal triumph, but a collective celebration of the light and positivity we have chosen to embody. These 5 signs, the restlessness within, the chaos of transformation, the stillness before the breakthrough, the deep inner peace, and the power of energetic contribution, are not just random occurrences. They are profound indicators that you are on the verge of a major victory. Each of these signs serves as a reminder that the universe is working in your favor, guiding you toward the success and transformation you've been longing for. As you move through life, pay attention to these subtle signals. They are the universe's way of communicating with you, offering reassurance that even in the midst of uncertainty and challenge, you are on the right path. Trust in the journey, embrace the twists and turns, and know that the breakthrough you seek is not just possible, it is inevitable. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss out on new content that can help you on your journey. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear how the universe is speaking to you. And if you're looking for even more inspiration, check out the links below to dive deeper. Thank you for being here, and remember, your time to win big is near. Have you ever had the feeling that something or someone is watching over you, guiding and protecting you in ways you can't quite explain? Perhaps it's in those fleeting moments of clarity when everything falls into place, or in the comforting warmth that floods your heart when you need it most. While we may not always be aware of it, many spiritual traditions teach us that we are never truly alone. Hidden from our physical senses but ever present in our lives, there exist forces of love and protection. Guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestral spirits, and even divine energy that watch over us with unwavering care. In this world, bustling with distractions, the presence of these invisible guardians often goes unnoticed. Yet, their influence is undeniable for those attuned to it. These unseen protectors serve as our spiritual cheerleaders, helping us navigate life's complexities and transitions, especially during times of significant change or personal growth. Think of them as the loving hands that guide you through life's most challenging moments, providing comfort, wisdom, and protection when you need it most. Across cultures and spiritual traditions, there is a shared belief in beings that exist beyond our physical senses, acting as protectors and guides for humanity. In Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, these beings are often referred to as angels, messengers of God who carry out divine will and safeguard the souls of the faithful. In other belief systems, such as shamanism or certain indigenous traditions, the guardians may take the form of spirit animals, ancestors, or celestial beings who watch over individuals and guide them toward enlightenment. Regardless of how they are named or depicted, these entities are united by their purpose: to support, protect, and guide us on our spiritual journey. They are the benevolent forces that steer us away from harm, help us make crucial decisions, and offer comfort in moments of despair. They may appear to us in dreams, through intuitive nudges, or even as quiet whispers in moments of reflection. Although they operate in the unseen realms, their presence is felt through the miraculous ways our lives unfold. One of the most significant challenges in connecting with these spiritual guardians is recognizing the signs they send. Their communication is often subtle, not because they wish to be elusive, but because it requires us to heighten our awareness and attune ourselves to their frequency. Here are some of the most common ways that these unseen forces make themselves known. Synchronicity, a term popularized by psychologist Carl Jung, refers to the meaningful coincidences that seem to defy explanation. Have you ever experienced something happening at just the right time? Perhaps you were thinking about an old friend, only to receive a call or message from them moments later. Or maybe you were feeling lost or overwhelmed, and out of nowhere, a solution presented itself: a person, a book, or a signpost that pointed you in the right direction. These synchronicities are not random. They are the handiwork of your spiritual guardians. They work behind the scenes, aligning events in your life to ensure that you are where you need to be, when you need to be there. Divine timing is their way of orchestrating life's events to nudge you forward on your path. When you start noticing these moments, it's a sign that you are being watched over, guided by forces that understand the bigger picture of your life. Your intuition is one of the primary channels through which your spiritual protectors communicate with you. Have you ever had a gut feeling that led you to make a certain decision, even when logic pointed in the opposite direction? That inner voice, often subtle yet persistent, is a direct link to your guardians. They use intuition to guide you toward the right path, warning you when something doesn't feel right and encouraging you to take action when the timing is ideal. Tuning into your intuition is like developing a deep inner relationship with your soul's wisdom. It requires mindfulness, patience, and above all, trust. In the beginning, those subtle nudges may seem faint, almost like a whisper in the background of your thoughts. But the more you honor and pay attention to these feelings, the stronger your connection becomes. It's about creating space for stillness, where the noise of the outside world quiets down, allowing your inner voice to be heard. As you continue to practice, you'll notice a profound shift within yourself. Those intuitive hunches that once seemed random or coincidental will reveal themselves as the purposeful guidance of your higher self, or even the whispers of your unseen protectors, angels, spirit guides, or ancestors, gently steering you toward choices that align with your highest good. These spiritual beings work behind the scenes, placing signs, synchronicities, and inner promptings in your path to help you grow, heal, and fulfill your soul's purpose. With time, as your trust deepens, you'll begin to recognize this guidance as a form of divine communication, a sacred partnership between you and the universe. It is a gift that reminds you that you are never alone, that there is always a source of wisdom available to you if only you choose to listen. In honoring your intuition, you honor the divine presence within yourself, and in doing so, your life naturally begins to flow with greater harmony, peace, and alignment. Each step you take in this direction builds a stronger, more profound connection to the divine guidance that's always available, guiding you toward your highest potential. While we sleep, our conscious mind is at rest, allowing the subconscious to take over. This is often when we are most receptive to receiving messages from the spiritual realm. Guardian angels and spirit guides may appear in dreams to offer comfort, wisdom, or warnings about future events. In many spiritual traditions, dreams are seen as a bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. During sleep, our conscious mind steps aside, allowing the soul to connect more deeply with higher realms of wisdom. Paying attention to recurring symbols, feelings, or people in your dreams can provide valuable insights into the messages your deity are sending you. For example, specific symbols like animals, water, or light may represent deeper truths or spiritual lessons that are relevant to your current life situation. Similarly, encountering loved ones who have passed on can be a way for them to offer comfort or deliver important messages. If you wake up with a sense of clarity, peace, or a profound realization, it could be a sign that your guardians are communicating with you, helping you make sense of the challenges or decisions you're facing. Even unsettling dreams may carry hidden lessons, nudging you to pay attention to areas of your life that need healing or change. The key is to approach your dreams with an open heart, trusting that your spiritual protectors are using this sacred space to guide, protect, and uplift your soul on its journey. By keeping a dream journal and reflecting on recurring themes, you can unlock deeper layers of spiritual insight and receive the guidance intended just for you. Sometimes, the presence of spiritual protectors manifests physically. Have you ever felt a sudden warmth in your chest or a tingling sensation that made you stop and take notice? These physical sensations can be gentle reminders from your guides that they are near. Some people report feeling a sense of lightness, as if a weight has been lifted, or experiencing an inexplicable sense of calm in moments of stress. In addition to physical sensations, you may also notice signs in your external environment. Feathers, coins, certain animals, or numbers that appear repeatedly, such as 1111 or 444, are often cited as symbols of angelic or spiritual presence. These small yet significant signs are like winks from the universe, letting you know that you are being watched over and supported. While not every sign from our spiritual guardians will be miraculous in the conventional sense, there are times when we encounter events that seem too extraordinary to be mere coincidence. These might be moments of pure serendipity, an encounter or opportunity that changes the course of your life in ways you couldn't have imagined. Or they may be miraculous in nature, such as a sudden recovery from illness or surviving a near-fatal accident unscathed. These moments, rare and precious, are clear indicators that you are being guided and protected by forces beyond human comprehension. They serve as reminders that even in our darkest moments, we are never truly alone. While your spiritual guardians are always present, your ability to sense and connect with them can be greatly enhanced through mindful practice. By cultivating daily rituals that promote spiritual awareness, you open the door to a deeper connection with the subtle energies that guide and protect you. One of the most profound ways to attune yourself to these unseen forces is through mindfulness and meditation. When we quiet our thoughts and invite stillness, we create space to receive the gentle whispers of our guides. Meditation allows us to rise above the noise of daily life and enter a state of inner peace where their presence becomes more tangible. Setting aside even a few moments each day for mindful breathing or a meditative practice focused on spiritual connection can make all the difference. Picture a radiant, protective light surrounding you, welcoming your guides into your space. As time passes, you may find your awareness shifting, feeling a greater sense of peace, clarity, and a growing trust in your intuition. Prayer is another deeply powerful way to strengthen your bond with spiritual protectors. Whether rooted in religious traditions or a personal expression of faith, prayer serves as a direct bridge to the divine. As it is written in Philippians 4:6, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Through prayer, you can share your gratitude, ask for guidance, and invite the presence of your guardians into every part of your life. Prayer is not only about seeking answers, but about fostering a deep connection with the divine, trusting in God's perfect timing and wisdom. In Matthew 7:7, Jesus reminds us, "Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you." When you approach prayer with an open heart, you invite God and His angels to walk with you on your spiritual journey, providing comfort, protection, and divine wisdom. Rather than asking for specific outcomes, focus on seeking clarity, protection, and alignment with your highest self, as God often works in ways that surpass human understanding. Proverbs 3:5-6 advises, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." By doing so, you open yourself to the wisdom and support your guides are eager to offer, trusting that they work in harmony with your best interests. Through faith and prayer, you allow God's grace to flow into every aspect of your life, ensuring that you walk in alignment with His divine plan. Journaling is an invaluable tool for reflecting on your spiritual experiences. By writing down any synchronicities, intuitive nudges, vivid dreams, or even moments of unexpected insight, you begin to notice the recurring themes that hint at the presence of your guardians. As you record these moments, you create a space for reflection, deepening your understanding of how your guides have been quietly influencing your path all along. Over time, you'll see a pattern emerge, one that reveals just how intricately they have been working to protect and guide you. Listening to your intuition is another powerful way to connect with these spiritual forces. Your intuition is often the voice through which your guides communicate, gently steering you toward choices that serve your highest good. When faced with decisions, take a moment to pause and feel. What does your body tell you? Does a sense of calm wash over you, or do you feel unease? Trust these sensations, as they are often subtle clues from your protectors, guiding you on the path aligned with your soul's purpose. The more you trust this inner knowing, the stronger your connection with the unseen becomes. Lastly, never underestimate the power of gratitude. Expressing appreciation for the guidance and protection you receive strengthens the bond between you and your spiritual guardians, even if their presence isn't always obvious. Acknowledging them with heartfelt thanks invites more blessings into your life. Whether through prayer, meditation, or simply pausing for a moment to say thank you in your heart, this act of gratitude creates a reciprocal flow of energy and deepens your connection to the divine realm. In expressing gratitude, you align yourself with the grace and protection that is always available to you. One of the most profound lessons our guardians teach us is the power of trust and surrender. When we surrender to the flow of life, trusting that we are being guided and protected, we open ourselves up to incredible transformation and growth. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. Rather, it is an act of faith. Faith that everything is unfolding as it should, even if we cannot see the full picture. When we encounter obstacles or challenges, trusting that our guardians are working behind the scenes to support us allows us to face uncertainty with grace. It's like walking through a dark tunnel, knowing there is light at the end, even if we can't see it yet. In moments of surrender, we release the need to control every outcome, acknowledging that there are forces far greater than ourselves guiding our path. This trust requires courage, the courage to let go of fear, doubt, and the urge to resist life's natural flow. Instead of fighting against the current, we learn to move with it, allowing divine wisdom to carry us where we are meant to be. Surrender is not passive. It is an active, conscious choice to embrace the unknown. When we release our grip on rigid expectations, we create space for miracles and unexpected blessings to enter our lives. Often, what we perceive as setbacks or detours are actually redirections, steering us towards something far more aligned with our soul's purpose. In those moments of uncertainty, surrender also deepens our relationship with the divine and our spiritual guides. It opens us up to their subtle signs, the synchronicities, and the gentle nudges that offer reassurance. We start to see that every challenge, no matter how difficult, holds a lesson or gift, and trusting this process allows us to move forward with peace and resilience. In the act of surrender, we align ourselves with the greater flow of life, trusting that we are always being guided toward our highest good, even when the path is unclear. Learning to surrender also means letting go of fear and doubt, making space for love, growth, and miracles to unfold in our lives. It is in this space of trust that we truly begin to see the magic that surrounds us, recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and the divine orchestration at play. While our spiritual guardians provide us with protection and guidance, it is important to remember that we are not meant to walk the path of awakening alone. Finding a community of like-minded individuals who share your spiritual values can provide immense support and encouragement on your journey. In spiritual communities, whether they are physical gatherings or online groups, we find a sense of belonging. We are reminded that our experiences, challenges, and breakthroughs are part of a larger collective journey. When we share our insights, struggles, and growth with others who understand and support us, we tap into a wellspring of strength and wisdom that amplifies our own spiritual connection. The presence of a supportive community also provides opportunities for growth and learning. By exchanging ideas, practices, and wisdom with others, we enrich our own spiritual journey. It's like having a treasure trove of knowledge and inspiration at our fingertips, ready to be explored and integrated into our lives. In the vast tapestry of life, the presence of unseen spiritual guardians offers us comfort, protection, and guidance. Whether we call them angels, guides, ancestors, or simply the universe, these benevolent forces are ever present, watching over us as we navigate the twists and turns of our spiritual journey. By recognizing the signs of their presence, practicing mindfulness and meditation, and trusting in the flow of life, we can deepen our connection with these protective forces. Through prayer, intention setting, and listening to our intuition, we open ourselves up to receiving their guidance, allowing their wisdom to illuminate our path. As we cultivate this awareness and weave it into the fabric of our daily lives, we create a sacred space where the presence of our guardians is felt and honored. In doing so, we embark on a journey of spiritual awakening that is grounded in trust, surrender, and love, a journey that leads us closer to our true selves and the divine light that shines within us all. If this message resonates with you, know that you are being guided and supported in ways that may not always be visible, but are always present. Trust in the divine plan unfolding in your life, and remember that your spiritual protectors are always by your side. Thank you for being a part of this journey with us. If you found this message helpful, we invite you to subscribe to the channel for more uplifting content. Your support helps us continue sharing messages of hope, healing, and spiritual growth. Blessings to you on your path. There comes a point in life when the people around you, whether they are family members, friends, colleagues, neighbors, or even strangers, believe they have you all figured out. They study your patterns, think they know your reactions, and feel confident they can predict your every move. For some, this knowledge becomes a tool. They think they can use it to manipulate, deceive, or even intimidate you, expecting you to follow a familiar script. After all, most people, when faced with pressure or mind games, will react in predictable ways, through fear, submission, or simply by backing down. But what happens when you break away from their expectations? What happens when, in that critical moment, you stand your ground unshaken and refuse to play along? This is the story of your strength, resilience, and profound wisdom. When the world thought it had the upper hand, you revealed your true power. Not through confrontation, but through clarity, composure, and conviction. You didn't let them manipulate your emotions or dictate your path. Instead, you showed them that you are not someone who can be easily influenced or controlled. You are a person of purpose, guided by a vision that surpasses their limited understanding. And this, my friend, is what sets you apart. It's what makes you unstoppable. Imagine the look of surprise on their faces when, instead of reacting with fear or submission, you respond with calm strength. They thought they had outsmarted you. They were confident you would fold under the pressure. But in that moment, you defied their expectations. You didn't stumble, you didn't fall into their trap, and you certainly didn't back down. Instead, you displayed an inner strength they never anticipated. A resilience that threw them off balance. For those who rely on manipulation and control, this is a shock to their system. They are used to being in command, orchestrating outcomes to suit their desires. But when you didn't react the way they expected, it left them frustrated, powerless, and unsettled. Suddenly, they are no longer in control, and they don't know how to handle it. They are so accustomed to playing their games and winning that encountering someone like you, a person who won't play by their rules, leaves them scrambling for a new strategy. This is where the real power lies. In that moment of calm, when you refuse to be rattled, you are not just winning a battle, you are changing the entire game. You are showing them and yourself that you are far more than they ever gave you credit for. It's important to understand why some people behave this way. Manipulation is a tool often used by those who feel powerless in other areas of their lives. They seek control over others because it gives them a false sense of security and dominance. When they can predict and manipulate your reactions, they feel powerful. They convince themselves that they are smarter, craftier, and more in control than anyone else. But here's the truth. Their power is an illusion. It only works when people play along, when individuals allow themselves to be deceived or intimidated. The moment you refuse to follow their script, the facade crumbles. Their tactics lose their effectiveness because they are rooted in insecurity, not real strength. These people are not as clever as they believe themselves to be. They thrive on controlling others because they are afraid of losing control themselves. When you step outside of their grasp, it terrifies them. You've become the one thing they can't predict, the variable they can't control. And that's when you start to see their true colors, the desperation, the frustration, the fear. One of the greatest gifts you possess is your ability to see through the games people play. While others may be blinded by charm, flattery, or intimidation, you have the clarity of vision to recognize manipulation for what it truly is. You understand that people who attempt to deceive or control are operating from a place of fear, and you refuse to let their fear dictate your path. You've likely experienced moments where others underestimated you. Perhaps they mistook your kindness for weakness, your patience for ignorance, or your silence for submission. But in reality, you were simply observing, allowing them to reveal their intentions while you quietly prepared your next move. This ability to see beyond the surface, to recognize the true motivations behind people's actions, is what makes you so formidable. While others are easily swayed by appearances, you trust your intuition. You know that your inner guidance is sharper than any external force, and you use it to navigate through life's challenges with wisdom and grace. Manipulators often resort to gaslighting when their initial attempts to control you fail. Gaslighting is a psychological tactic in which they try to make you doubt your own perceptions and reality. They'll tell you that you're overreacting, being too sensitive, or misinterpreting their actions. They may even accuse you of imagining things that aren't real, all in an effort to make you question your own judgment. But here's where your strength shines again. You don't let their words distort your truth. You've learned to trust yourself deeply, to rely on your inner compass rather than the opinions of others. Even when faced with gaslighting, you stand firm in your knowledge of what is right and true. This doesn't mean you never experience doubt or second-guess yourself. After all, gaslighting is designed to shake your confidence. But over time, you've built a solid foundation of self-awareness and discernment. You know how to check in with your intuition, to ground yourself in your inner wisdom, and to dismiss the false narratives that others try to impose on you. The moment you realize that you are not obligated to follow anyone's script but your own is the moment you break free from the cycle of control. This is a powerful realization, one that changes the course of your life. When you stop seeking approval from those who wish to manipulate you, you reclaim your autonomy. You become the author of your own story, and no one else gets to dictate how it unfolds. You've chosen a different path. Instead of succumbing to fear or intimidation, you've embraced your power and your purpose. You understand that your worth is not defined by how well you fit into someone else's narrative. You are here to walk your own journey, to fulfill your own calling, and to rise above the limitations that others try to place on you. In doing so, you've not only liberated yourself, but you've also inspired others. Your courage, your resilience, and your determination serve as a beacon of light for those who are still trapped in the web of manipulation. You show them that it's possible to break free, to stand tall, and to rise above the fear that holds so many people back. It's no surprise that those who once sought to control you now find themselves deeply frustrated. They are used to winning, used to bending others to their will. But with you, they've encountered something entirely different. Someone who refuses to be dominated, someone who can't be swayed by cheap tricks or mind games. Your presence challenges their sense of superiority. They see you as a threat because you don't conform to their expectations. You don't allow them to manipulate you, and this drives them crazy. In their eyes, you've become an obstacle, an immovable force that they can't outsmart or overpower. This realization leaves them feeling small, insecure, and powerless. They've built their identity around their ability to control others, and when they can't control you, it shakes them to their core. They may try harder to bring you down, but each attempt only makes them more frustrated. Deep down, they know they've met their match, and it's a humbling experience for them. The reason you continue to rise despite the efforts of others to hold you back is simple. You are driven by a higher purpose. Your journey is not defined by the fleeting desires of others, nor by the shallow games of manipulation and control that so many get caught up in. Instead, you are guided by a vision, a divine calling that has been etched into the very fabric of your soul. This vision pulls you forward, encouraging you to grow, to evolve, and to move ever closer to the fulfillment of your true destiny. No matter the obstacles you encounter, you remain steadfast, knowing that these challenges are mere stepping stones on your path to greatness. While others are consumed by jealousy, envy, or a desire for power, you remain focused on your goals. These distractions cannot sway you because you understand something much deeper. Your purpose transcends the trivial concerns of those who would attempt to tear you down. You see beyond the superficial. You are not here to engage in petty rivalries or to feed into the toxic cycles of competition. Instead, you are here to make a real difference, to fulfill the sacred mission that has been entrusted to you by the divine, and to leave an indelible mark on the world, one that ripples out and touches countless lives. This is what makes you unstoppable. Your strength is not drawn from external validation or fleeting achievements, but from within, from that deep, unshakable connection to your soul's mission. You move through life with a quiet, powerful confidence because you know exactly who you are. You are not easily swayed by the opinions of others, nor are you deterred by temporary setbacks or the criticisms that may come your way. Instead, you stay focused on your purpose, aware that each step you take is divinely guided. You know where you're going, and you understand why you are here. This clarity of purpose acts as your North Star, leading you through even the most turbulent of storms. When others become lost or distracted, you remain focused, grounded in the knowledge that your journey is sacred, and that nothing and no one can take away the destiny that is meant for you. You are not just moving through life. You are ascending, rising higher with every challenge you overcome, with every lesson you learn, and with every act of love, kindness, and purpose that you put into the world. What truly sets you apart from those who try to manipulate or control you is not just your intelligence, but your wisdom. Intelligence, while valuable, is often focused on strategy, problem-solving, and the ability to outmaneuver others in situations of conflict or competition. It enables you to see through the tactics of those who attempt to deceive or undermine you, and it allows you to stay one step ahead in their games. But wisdom, which you possess in abundance, elevates you beyond the need to engage in those games at all. While intelligence can win battles, wisdom frees you from the war entirely. Wisdom is rooted in a higher understanding of life, one that recognizes that true fulfillment does not come from outsmarting others or proving your superiority. Instead, it comes from growth, compassion, and the pursuit of higher truth. You have come to realize that life is not about winning at the expense of others or constantly seeking validation through competition. Instead, your focus is on evolving as a person, expanding your capacity for love, kindness, and empathy, and aligning yourself with the deeper spiritual truths that transcend the material world. In the past, you may have encountered individuals who tried to bring you down through manipulation, deceit, or control. These people operate from a place of fear and insecurity, often projecting their own unresolved pain onto others. They believe that by controlling those around them, they can somehow gain power or shield themselves from their own vulnerabilities. But you, with your wisdom, can see through this. You understand that their behavior is not truly about you. It's a reflection of the inner battles they are fighting, battles with their own self-worth, fears, and unresolved traumas. This insight allows you to respond not with anger or resentment, but with compassion. You recognize that those who seek to hurt or control others are often suffering themselves. They are trapped in cycles of fear and insecurity, trying desperately to maintain a sense of power because they feel powerless within. Instead of retaliating or holding grudges, you choose to rise above. You respond with kindness and understanding, knowing that their actions come from a place of deep pain. This doesn't mean you allow people to walk all over you. On the contrary, you have strong boundaries and a clear sense of self-respect. But you've also realized that holding on to resentment or bitterness only weighs you down. By forgiving those who have wronged you, you free yourself from the negativity that could otherwise cloud your heart and mind. As you move forward on your journey, life will undoubtedly present you with more challenges. This is an inevitable part of growth. There will always be moments designed to test your strength, to stretch your patience, and to sharpen your resolve. You will encounter people who don't understand your vision, who may even try to undermine your efforts or distract you from your purpose. These individuals often act from a place of insecurity, jealousy, or fear. They may not realize it, but their actions are more about their own limitations than they are about you. Yet their presence in your life serves a deeper purpose. They are there to push you, to test your boundaries, and to make sure that your commitment to your path is as strong as it needs to be. Each challenge is like a refining fire, burning away what no longer serves you and molding you into a stronger, wiser, and more resilient version of yourself. There will also be situations that test your mental and emotional fortitude, moments when you feel stretched thin and unsure of how to proceed. Life's complexities can sometimes feel overwhelming, as if you are being pulled in multiple directions at once. In these times, doubt may creep in, doubt in your abilities, in the path you've chosen, and even in your ability to persevere. But it's in these very moments that your inner strength will shine brightest. These periods of uncertainty are not signs that you are off track, but rather, they are opportunities for growth. They are a reminder that the path to greatness is not always smooth or straightforward. It is often winding, filled with obstacles that are there to teach you lessons that will be invaluable later on. Through it all, you will continue to rise. This is not just a statement of encouragement. It is a truth that has been proven time and time again by your past actions. You've already demonstrated an extraordinary resilience that sets you apart from many. You've encountered hardships before, faced moments of doubt, and endured situations where others may have faltered. But not you. You possess a core of inner strength that refuses to be broken. You may bend under pressure, but you do not break. You may stumble, but you always rise again. This resilience is a testament to your character, to the depths of your determination, and to the divine purpose that fuels your journey. In moments where others see only obstacles, you see opportunities. Where others might be stopped in their tracks, you find a way to move forward. This resourcefulness is one of your greatest gifts. You have the ability to assess a situation, to see beyond the immediate difficulties, and to find creative solutions. When life throws you a curveball, you don't panic. Instead, you calmly adjust your strategy and navigate through the complexities with grace and wisdom. You understand that no challenge is insurmountable, and you approach each obstacle with the confidence that you will emerge stronger on the other side. This is why, no matter what comes your way, you will not be defeated. Adversity is not something you fear. It's something you've come to expect as a natural part of the process of becoming. Rather than seeing challenges as barriers, you view them as stepping stones on your path to greatness. You recognize that each difficulty you face is there to teach you something valuable, to help you grow in ways you might not have otherwise, and to prepare you for even greater success in the future. With every challenge you overcome, you deepen your understanding of yourself, of life, and of your purpose. Remember, your path is not one of stagnation or conformity. It is a path of continuous growth, one that requires you to constantly evolve, to shed old layers, and to embrace new levels of understanding. You are not here to meet the expectations of others. You are not here to fit into the mold that society, family, or your peers may try to place upon you. You are here to break free from those constraints, to follow the calling of your soul, and to pursue the higher purpose that has been uniquely entrusted to you. In the end, the greatest lesson you've learned is that your power comes from within. No one can take it from you, and no one can diminish it unless you allow them to. You are the master of your own destiny, guided by a higher purpose that transcends the trivial games people play. So continue to embrace your power. Continue to live your truth. Keep shining your light, no matter how much it unsettles those who wish to control you. For in doing so, you are not only honoring yourself, you are also showing the world what it means to truly live with purpose, strength, and integrity. Your journey is far from over. You are destined to keep climbing higher, to keep growing, and to continue outsmarting anyone who tries to stand in your way. This is your path, and no one can take it from you. Keep rising, keep shining, and never forget, you are unstoppable. If this message has inspired or uplifted you in any way, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications so you can stay connected and continue receiving more empowering content. Your support means everything to us, and together, we can keep spreading light and truth. Dear chosen ones, welcome to a journey of discovery and inspiration. Have you ever felt like life is a series of challenges that you just can't seem to overcome? Or perhaps you feel like you're on the brink of something incredible, but you can't quite see what lies ahead. Rest assured you are not alone, and these feelings are not mere coincidences. God has brought you here today because He wants to reveal a profound truth. He is preparing you for a major breakthrough. Yes, you heard that right. In today's video, we will explore 7 divine signs that show God is at work in your life, orchestrating events and experiences to guide you toward a monumental transformation. As we delve into these signs, let us open our hearts and minds to perceive the subtle yet powerful ways God communicates with us. In Isaiah 43:19, He declares, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." This scripture is not just a promise, it's a call to awareness. God is always working behind the scenes, and sometimes the signs can be so subtle that we miss them. But fear not. Together, we will learn to recognize these signs and prepare ourselves to receive the miracles God is ready to perform in our lives. So, if you're ready to gain insight, grow in faith, and equip yourself with the knowledge to embrace God's blessings, stay with us until the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below to help us spread the gospel and share God's love with even more people. Now let's embark on this spiritual journey together and discover the 7 signs that God is preparing you for a breakthrough. One of the clearest signs that a breakthrough is imminent is the onset of spiritual warfare. This is not a mere coincidence. It is a strategic move in the spiritual realm. As you approach a significant turning point in your spiritual journey, the adversary, Satan, becomes acutely aware of the blessings that God is about to bestow upon you. The devil is cunning and perceptive. He sees your potential and the divine plans that lie ahead, even before you do. He understands the impact you could have if you were to fully step into your God-given purpose. As a result, he unleashes all sorts of temptations, doubts, and fears to derail you from your path. These attacks can come in many forms. You might find yourself facing unexpected challenges at work, experiencing conflicts in your personal relationships, or battling feelings of anxiety and depression that seem to come out of nowhere. The enemy knows your weaknesses and will try to exploit them, creating circumstances designed to make you feel overwhelmed and inadequate. He may even try to sow seeds of doubt about your faith, causing you to question God's promises and lose sight of His presence in your life. This can manifest as an inner voice of negativity, whispering lies like, "You're not worthy," "You're not capable," or "God has forgotten about you." Consider the story of Jesus in the wilderness, where He fasted for 40 days and nights. Just as He was about to begin His public ministry, a major breakthrough, the devil came to tempt Him. He promised Jesus power, glory, and material wealth if he would just bow down. But Jesus, full of the Holy Spirit and unwavering in His mission, resisted the devil's temptations with the Word of God. This story is not just a historical account. It is a lesson for all of us. When you are on the verge of a breakthrough, expect opposition. The closer you get to your blessing, the harder the enemy will fight to keep you from it. But remember, the intensity of this spiritual warfare is itself a sign of how close you are to a breakthrough. The enemy does not attack what is not a threat. The fact that you are facing increased opposition is proof that you are on the right path and that God is about to move powerfully in your life. Do not be discouraged by these attacks. Instead, let them fuel your resolve to press on. Have you been facing challenges that seem unrelenting? Does it feel like every step forward is met with 2 steps back? It may seem like you are walking through a storm, but take heart, for these very trials could be a divine indication that God is refining you for a major breakthrough. These hardships are not random or meaningless. Rather, they are part of God's intentional process of transformation. It is during these tough times that God molds us, shaping our character and preparing us for the blessings to come. Remember the words in Jeremiah 29:11. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." This scripture reassures us that God's intentions are always good, even when His methods are challenging. Difficulties and trials are not meant to break you, but to build you. They are designed to refine your spirit, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your faith. Think of these times as a spiritual boot camp, where God is preparing you to handle the great things He has in store. Just as a soldier undergoes rigorous training to build resilience and discipline, God allows us to face hardships to build spiritual fortitude. Similarly, just as gold is refined in the fire to remove impurities, God allows us to go through fiery trials to purify our hearts and prepare us for His divine purpose. These trials burn away the distractions, doubts, and fears that hold us back, allowing us to emerge stronger and more focused on His will for our lives. During these moments of testing, it is crucial to adopt a posture of gratitude and trust. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" consider asking, "What is God trying to teach me?" This shift in perspective turns every setback into a lesson, every difficulty into a stepping stone towards growth. Embrace the process, knowing that every test is an opportunity for personal and spiritual development. Each challenge you face is not a barrier, but a bridge leading you closer to your breakthrough. God never wastes a hurt. Every trial has a purpose, and that purpose is always for your ultimate good and His greater glory. Remember, every trial is an opportunity to grow in grace, to learn more about God's faithfulness, and to build a testimony that can inspire others. Your pain is not wasted. It is being transformed into a powerful story of God's goodness and faithfulness. You may not see it now, but each trial is a part of the greater narrative that God is writing for your life, a narrative filled with redemption, growth, and divine purpose. So, when you face trials of many kinds, do not lose heart. Remember that God is at work, even in the midst of your struggles. He is preparing you for a breakthrough that will not only bless you, but will also glorify Him. Trust in His timing, embrace His process, and know that every challenge is a setup for a greater victory. Hold on to His promises, stand firm in your faith, and keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and finisher of your faith. Your breakthrough is on its way, and it will be worth every struggle and every tear. As God prepares you for a major breakthrough, He may begin to remove certain people, places, or things from your life that are hindering your growth. This divine pruning process, though often painful, is a clear sign that God is at work. He does not build on shaky foundations, nor does He plant seeds on barren land. God is a meticulous gardener, and He knows exactly what needs to be trimmed away to allow new, healthier growth to flourish. Before granting you glory, He will cleanse you of all that does not serve your highest good. Why does God remove certain things from our lives? It is because He sees the bigger picture. Sometimes we hold on to relationships, habits, or environments that feel comfortable or familiar, but in reality, they are preventing us from reaching our full potential. These may be toxic relationships that drain our energy, jobs that stifle our creativity, or environments that keep us stuck in old patterns of thinking and behaving. God, in His infinite wisdom, knows that for new blessings to take root, The old limiting factors must be removed. This is not a punishment, but a preparation. He is making room for new opportunities, healthier relationships, and greater blessings. Consider the story of Abraham in the Bible. God called him to leave his homeland and go to a place that he would show him. Abraham had to leave behind everything he knew, his family, his home, his past, so that God could lead him to something far greater, a new land, a new identity as the father of many nations, and a deeper relationship with God. Similarly, God may ask you to leave behind certain aspects of your life, not to harm you, but to lead you into a richer, more fulfilling future. This removal process can feel like a loss, and it's natural to grieve the things or people you're letting go of. But remember, God's plans are always for your good. Sometimes what feels like a setback is actually a setup for something much greater. It's during these times of loss that God draws us closer to Him, teaching us to rely not on our own understanding or comfort, but on His guidance and provision. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us to trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. God is not just interested in your comfort. He is committed to your growth. Just as a parent might discipline a child for their long-term good, God removes what is harmful or hindering to create space for what is life-giving and fruitful. This may involve a period of uncertainty or discomfort, but it is during these times that your faith is strengthened and your dependence on God deepens. The pruning process is necessary to prepare you to receive the fullness of the blessings He has planned. Sometimes, the greatest barriers to receiving God's blessings are not external but internal. Our emotional wounds, past traumas, or unresolved conflicts can become significant stumbling blocks on our path to divine favor. These inner struggles are often hidden deep within our hearts, lingering as shadows of our past, affecting our present and clouding our future. This process involves confronting and healing from past pains and allowing God to transform those areas of weakness into strengths. You might find yourself feeling more introspective, sensing a need to seek forgiveness or to let go of bitterness and resentment. The Holy Spirit gently reveals these areas to us, not to condemn, but to heal and restore. As the Bible teaches in Hebrews 12:5-6, "My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent His rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those He loves, and He chastens everyone He accepts as His son." During this season of inner healing, it is essential to be patient with yourself. Healing is not always immediate. It often requires time, reflection, and an openness to God's transformative power. You may experience moments of pain or discomfort as you confront old wounds or unresolved emotions. However, it is crucial to remember that these are not setbacks, but rather steps forward on your healing journey. Each painful memory confronted, each tear shed, and each moment of introspection brings you one step closer to wholeness. Healing is a journey, not a destination. It requires courage to face the pain, but know that you are not alone. God walks with you every step of the way, providing comfort, strength, and guidance. Forgiveness is a critical component of this healing journey. You may need to forgive others who have hurt you, or even forgive yourself for past mistakes. Forgiveness is not about condoning wrongs, but about releasing yourself from the burden of carrying anger, resentment, and bitterness. These emotions can create barriers that block the flow of God's blessings in your life. By choosing to forgive, you free yourself from these chains and open your heart to the healing and peace that God offers. Remember, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, a step towards healing and freedom. It is also a profound act of faith, trusting that God will bring justice and restoration in His perfect timing. Embrace this time of healing. Allow God to work within you, to cleanse you from the inside out. This inner transformation is crucial because God wants you to be whole and healthy, fully ready to embrace the great things He has prepared for you. Remember, God's discipline is an act of love. designed to make you stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to handle the blessings He has in store. There are moments in life when everything suddenly becomes clear. The fog that once obscured your path lifts, and you can see your future with clarity and precision. This newfound clarity is often a sign that a breakthrough is near. When God is about to bring a significant change into your life, He often makes the vision of what you need to do next unmistakably clear. This clarity is not mere decisiveness. It is a divine revelation. You begin to see how your dreams and ambitions align with God's will. Your goals become more focused, and you start to understand the steps you need to take to achieve them. Proverbs 3:5-6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." When this clarity comes, it's a sign that God is aligning your desires with His divine plan. Use this time to restructure your activities, review your strategies, and redefine your priorities. Each step you take, each decision you make, will be guided by this newfound clarity, propelling you toward your breakthrough. Embrace this clarity as a gift from God, a sign that He is guiding you and making your path straight. As you get closer to a major breakthrough, you will notice the arrival of new people in your life, individuals who seem to be divinely sent to support, encourage, and uplift you. These are not random encounters, but divine appointments orchestrated by God to help you fulfill your purpose. These special relationships often take on roles as mentors, allies, or sources of inspiration. They may offer wisdom and guidance that you need to overcome specific challenges. They stand by your side, cheering you on when you feel weary, and offering a shoulder to lean on when you need it most. Jesus said in Matthew 18:20, "For where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there am I with them." This signifies the power of community and the presence of God in divinely guided relationships. Cherish these connections and recognize them as gifts from God. They are here to help you grow and to support you on your journey. Lean on these relationships during tough times and allow them to help you stay focused and motivated. Remember, God never intends for you to walk alone. He provides a network of support to help you reach your breakthrough. In the final stages before a breakthrough, you may face intense spiritual warfare. Satan, the adversary, knows that a significant blessing is about to be released in your life and will stop at nothing to prevent it. He will exploit your weaknesses, tempt you with superficial gains, and sow seeds of doubt and fear. Life can often feel like a vast ocean, with storms appearing out of nowhere. But remember, these storms are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you. God allows these challenges not to punish, but to prepare you. Like a sword that becomes sharper after going through the fire, your faith also becomes stronger when tested. James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." To overcome these spiritual battles, arm yourself with prayer, immerse yourself in God's Word, and seek fellowship with other believers. Remember that every trial is an opportunity to grow stronger in faith and closer to God. Trust that He is with you in every storm, refining you for the breakthrough that is just around the corner. Dear friends, life is a journey filled with trials, triumphs, and the unseen hand of God guiding us every step of the way. As you reflect on these 7 signs, consider how God might be preparing you for a breakthrough in your own life. Remember, each challenge is not an obstacle but an opportunity for growth. Each moment of doubt is a chance to deepen your faith, and every divine connection is a reminder that you are not alone. Stay strong, keep your faith unwavering, and continue to seek God's guidance in all things. He has great plans for you, plans to prosper you and give you hope and a future. Trust in His timing, be patient in the process, and know that your breakthrough is on the horizon. If this video has blessed you, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Share your own stories of faith and breakthroughs, and let's continue to encourage one another on this spiritual journey. Remember, we are all in this together, and with God's love and guidance, we can overcome any obstacle and receive the blessings He has prepared for us. May you walk in peace, joy, and faith, knowing that each day is a new opportunity to embrace the wonders God has in store for you. Stay blessed, and see you in the next video. Do you believe that the chosen ones possess extraordinary abilities, psychic powers that defy the boundaries of what science can explain? Have you ever wondered if our minds can connect with other dimensions, predict events that have yet to unfold, or even perform feats that seem paranormal? If these questions spark something deep within you, then you're in the right place. Today, we are going to delve into the mysterious and often misunderstood realm of psychic superpowers, exploring how they manifest in the chosen ones, and how these individuals can develop and harness these gifts responsibly. Join us as we venture into the unknown, unraveling the secrets of psychic superpowers and discovering how these gifts can be cultivated and harnessed for the greater good. But before we embark on this journey, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. This way, you'll never miss out on the deep, mystical insights we share every day. Now, let's explore these incredible abilities. Who knows, you might discover that one of them is already within you. Number 1. Mediumship. The sacred bridge between worlds. Mediumship is perhaps the most well-known and widely discussed psychic ability. It is the power to sense, communicate, and mediate between the physical world and the spiritual realm, a gift that allows the chosen ones to serve as conduits for divine messages and spiritual guidance. But what does it mean to be a medium, and how can this gift be nurtured and protected? Mediumship is more than just the ability to communicate with spirits. It is a divine calling that requires deep integrity, spiritual maturity, and a commitment to selfless service. For the chosen ones, mediumship is not just about connecting with spirits or entities from other dimensions. It is a tool for transformation and healing, a sacred gift meant to serve a higher purpose. Mediums are often called upon to receive divine messages, offer spiritual guidance, and even provide premonitions that can be crucial for the well-being of individuals and communities. Many chosen ones are born with this ability naturally developed, perceiving and exercising this gift with ease. Others may recognize these abilities later in life, sometimes only emerging during more mature stages. Regardless of when it manifests, the signs of mediumship can be disconcerting and even frightening for those with little knowledge of the subject. Some of the common signs include feeling invisible touches, hearing voices that others cannot hear, or intuitively discerning lies and hidden truths. However, mediumship also comes with its challenges. It requires the medium to be constantly vigilant about the energies they engage with and the spirits they allow into their mental field. Mediumship demands a high level of spiritual responsibility. It is a sacred phenomenon reserved and protected from casual or careless interaction. The term sacred denotes something inviolable, an aspect that should not be accessed recklessly or lightly. In contrast to the profane, which is not surrounded by such spiritual protections, mediumship requires special care akin to handling fragile objects. This reverence and caution are essential for all chosen ones, particularly those who are just beginning to understand or recognize the spiritual influences they receive. Maintaining purity and integrity in mediumship is crucial. A medium must be cautious about the spirits they choose to communicate with. An aggressive individual may be more susceptible to violent suggestions from rebellious spirits. Therefore, it's vital to cultivate thoughts of love, peace, and harmony to attract positive spiritual influences. The ability to discern and choose which spirits to engage with is not just a skill but a necessity for maintaining the integrity of one's spiritual mission. Mediumship is a powerful gift, but it must be wielded with the utmost care and respect. Number 2. Psychometry. Reading the energies imprinted on objects. Have you ever touched an old piece of jewelry, a photograph, or even a book and felt a surge of emotions or images flood your mind? If so, you may have experienced psychometry, a psychic ability that allows a person to read the energies imprinted on objects, places, or even people. Psychometry, often referred to as object reading, is an extraordinary gift that enables the chosen ones to access memories, emotions, and sensations associated with an object or person simply through touch. This ability to connect with the past, present, and even potential future events makes psychometry a powerful tool for unraveling hidden stories, locating missing persons, or solving mysteries. It is a form of psychic sensitivity that attunes itself to the energies embedded within the object, providing insights that are not readily apparent to the physical senses. The term psychometry was coined in 1849 by the American doctor Joseph R. Buchanan, who conducted a series of experiments with sleepwalking patients to explore this phenomenon. Though often associated with esoteric practices, psychometry has also found its place in scientific and investigative contexts. It is used in police investigations to help locate missing persons and solve crimes, and in archaeological research to uncover the hidden histories of artifacts. Despite its recognition in certain circles, psychometry remains a largely misunderstood and underexplored field, especially within the realm of traditional science. For a chosen one with the gift of psychometry, touching an object can unlock a floodgate of information. When they make contact with an object, they connect to the energies that permeate it, whether thoughts, emotions, or visions left by its previous owners or those who interacted with it. For instance, touching an heirloom might reveal its emotional significance, the people who owned it, and the experiences they lived. This process of reading objects requires intense focus, sensitivity, and a strong connection to the spiritual realm. Developing the ability of psychometry is not just about having a natural gift. It requires rigorous practice, concentration, and study. The chosen ones are often guided by sacred texts and mentors who help them master this ability, transforming it into a bridge between the visible and invisible, the material and the spiritual. For those who are serious about enhancing their psychometric abilities, it is essential to engage in regular meditation and mindfulness practices to fine-tune their sensitivity and deepen their connection with the spiritual energies around them. Psychometry is frequently portrayed in Hollywood movies and TV shows, often dramatized for effect. A popular example is seen in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, where the character Rey touches Luke Skywalker's lightsaber and experiences vivid visions of the Jedi's past. While these portrayals can sometimes exaggerate the phenomenon, they also serve to highlight the potential of psychometry as a legitimate psychic ability. For the chosen ones, using this ability to assist in solving crimes or providing healing can be seen as a profound act of charity and service, bridging the gap between the material world and the spiritual plane. Number 3. Clairvoyance. Seeing beyond the veil of reality. Clairvoyance, or clear seeing, is one of the most sought-after psychic abilities among the chosen ones. It represents the capacity to access information about people, objects, places, or events in a transcendental way, often involving telepathic visual perception. Clairvoyance is not just about predicting the future. It is about seeing beyond the ordinary, perceiving spiritual realities that are not visible to the naked eye. This ability allows the chosen ones to receive visions, anticipate future events, or visualize auras and spirit guides. It is believed that all chosen ones are born with the potential for clairvoyance, but this ability is often suppressed by the material influences of the physical world. Only a few manage to develop it fully, and those who do are often able to see beyond physical and temporal barriers, accessing divine insights that transcend ordinary human limitations. It is important to distinguish between clairvoyance and clairaudience, another form of psychic ability. While clairvoyance involves receiving visual images or visions, clairaudience involves hearing sounds, voices, or messages that are not perceptible to the normal ear. Both abilities require a deep connection with the spiritual realm and are often developed through intense meditation, spiritual practice, and a commitment to self-improvement. For the chosen ones, these abilities are seen as divine gifts that allow them to serve as conduits for divine wisdom and guidance. Developing clairvoyance requires dedication, time, and a commitment to spiritual practices. Meditation is one of the most effective techniques for awakening clairvoyance. By quieting the mind and focusing on the third eye, the pineal gland located in the center of the brain, chosen ones can enhance their ability to perceive beyond the physical. The third eye is considered a portal to higher dimensions, allowing one to see beyond the tangible and access spiritual truths that are hidden from ordinary sight. Regular meditation on the third eye, along with visualization exercises, can help sharpen this psychic faculty and open the doorway to higher spiritual awareness. Clairvoyance is not just a predictive tool, it is also a powerful means of healing and guidance. Through clairvoyance, the chosen ones can identify energetic blockages in people or places, perceive the origin of emotional or physical imbalances, and provide profound spiritual solutions. This ability allows them to see the connections between seemingly unrelated events, warning of potential spiritual or material challenges, and preparing individuals and communities to face them with wisdom and grace. The chosen ones with clairvoyance are often regarded as spiritual leaders, healers, and guides, using their gift to serve the greater good and uplift those around them. Number 4. Psychokinesis. The power to move matter with the mind. Psychokinesis, or mind over matter, is one of the most dramatic and visually captivating psychic abilities. It involves the power to move objects, bend metals, or manipulate physical matter using only the power of the mind. Psychokinesis is often depicted in movies and TV shows, where individuals use their mental powers to move objects or perform feats that seem to defy the laws of physics. While these portrayals can be exaggerated for entertainment purposes, they are based on the real concept of psychokinesis, a psychic ability that allows individuals to influence the physical world using their mental energy. This phenomenon encompasses a wide range of abilities, from bending spoons and moving small objects to more extreme manifestations like levitating or creating physical phenomena, such as lights flashing or doors opening on their own. Psychokinesis remains one of the most controversial psychic abilities, with many skeptics questioning its validity and dismissing it as mere trickery or illusion. However, there have been numerous documented cases throughout history where individuals have demonstrated psychokinetic abilities under controlled conditions. While science has yet to fully understand or explain this phenomenon, the existence of psychokinesis continues to be a subject of fascination and debate. For the chosen ones, the ability to move matter with the mind is seen as a manifestation of their deep spiritual connections and a testament to the power of spirit over matter. Like other psychic abilities, psychokinesis requires intense focus, concentration, and practice. It is not something that can be developed overnight. It requires a deep commitment to spiritual and mental discipline. Chosen ones who wish to develop this ability are often advised to start with small objects, such as bending a spoon or moving a lightweight object, and gradually work their way up to more challenging feats. The key to psychokinesis is not brute force, but rather a delicate balance of mental focus, spiritual energy, and a strong connection to the intention behind the action. It is important to note that psychokinesis, like all psychic abilities, comes with ethical considerations. The power to manipulate matter should never be used for selfish or harmful purposes. Instead, it should be seen as a gift to be used for the greater good, whether it is for healing, protection, or other positive outcomes. For the chosen ones, developing psychokinesis is not about showing off or proving their abilities. It is about aligning their will with the divine purpose and using their gifts responsibly to serve others. Number 5. Telepathy, the silent communication of minds. Telepathy, or mind-to-mind communication, is one of the most profound and powerful psychic abilities. It allows individuals to transmit thoughts, feelings, and information directly from one mind to another without the use of words or gestures. Telepathy is the ability to communicate thoughts and emotions directly between individuals, transcending the limitations of language and physical distance. This form of psychic communication is instantaneous and can occur between two or more individuals who are attuned to each other's mental frequencies. For the chosen ones, telepathy is not just a means of communication, but also a tool for deep spiritual connection and understanding. It allows them to connect with others on a soul level, sharing insights, guidance, and support in a way that transcends ordinary human interaction. Telepathy is deeply rooted in the spiritual nature of those who are willing to develop it. It serves as a powerful link that strengthens connection and mutual understanding among individuals who share similar spiritual values and intentions. Telepathic communication is often used by spirit guides and higher beings to offer guidance, protection, and support to the chosen ones, helping them navigate their spiritual path and fulfill their divine purpose. Developing telepathy requires practice, patience, and a strong intention to connect with others on a deep, spiritual level. One of the most effective ways to enhance telepathic abilities is through meditation and visualization exercises that focus on the third eye and the crown chakra, the energy centers associated with higher consciousness and spiritual communication. By quieting the mind and focusing on the intention to connect with another person, chosen ones can gradually develop their telepathic abilities and learn to send and receive thoughts and emotions more clearly. As with all psychic abilities, telepathy should be used with the highest ethical standards. It is important to respect the privacy and autonomy of others, and to use telepathic abilities only with their consent and for positive purposes. For the chosen ones, telepathy is not a tool for manipulation or control, but a means of fostering deeper understanding, compassion, and spiritual growth. The journey into the world of psychic superpowers is one of the most profound and transformative paths that the chosen ones can undertake. Mediumship, clairvoyance, psychometry, and psychokinesis represent just a few of the extraordinary abilities that lie dormant within us, waiting to be awakened. These powers challenge the boundaries of what we believe is possible, offering a glimpse into the infinite potential of the human spirit. However, with these gifts comes great responsibility. The chosen ones who develop these abilities must approach them with humility, integrity, and a deep commitment to the greater good. Psychic superpowers are not to be used for selfish or trivial purposes. They are sacred tools for healing, guidance, and spiritual growth. The path of the chosen one is not an easy one, but it is a journey filled with immense rewards and the opportunity to make a profound impact on the world. As we conclude this exploration of psychic superpowers, I invite you to reflect on your own potential. Do you feel a calling to develop one of these abilities? Are you ready to embark on a journey of inner discovery and spiritual awakening? If so, the first step is to cultivate a strong spiritual foundation through practices like meditation, mindfulness, and energy work. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who can support and guide you on this path. Remember, the development of psychic abilities is a lifelong journey, one that requires patience, perseverance, and a deep connection to your inner self. Whether you are drawn to mediumship, clairvoyance, psychometry, or psychokinesis, know that these gifts are within your reach if you are willing to put in the work. The universe is vast and filled with mysteries waiting to be uncovered. As a chosen one, you have the power to unlock these mysteries and bring light to the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mystical and the divine. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you can stay up to date with our latest explorations into the world of psychic phenomena. Until next time, may your path be illuminated by the light of your inner wisdom, and may you continue to grow and evolve on your spiritual journey. Have you been feeling like something big is about to happen in your life? Like all the prayers, all the waiting, and all the struggles are finally about to lead to something incredible? What if I told you that those feelings might just be the sign you've been waiting for, proof that God is about to give you a major breakthrough? In this video, We're going to explore 6 powerful signs that show God is moving in your life and that your prayers are being answered, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. These signs are subtle, but they're incredibly meaningful if you know how to recognize them. If you've been waiting for a change, longing for God to open new doors, and hoping for that divine breakthrough, this video is for you. But before we dive in, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of faith seekers. We're all on this spiritual journey together, and you don't want to miss out on the encouraging and uplifting content we share next. Ready to find out if your breakthrough is just around the corner? Let's get started. One of the most surprising signs that your prayers are truly working is when you experience intensified spiritual attacks. At first, this might seem confusing or even discouraging. Why, you might wonder, would things appear to get worse when you are earnestly seeking divine help? It feels like you're taking 2 steps forward only to be pushed 3 steps back. However, this experience is actually a powerful indication that your prayers are making a significant impact. When you pray fervently and align yourself with God's divine will, it shakes the very foundations of the spiritual darkness that may have settled quietly in your life for far too long. Think of it like cleaning a long-neglected room. Over the years, dust, dirt, and cobwebs have quietly accumulated in the corners. When you finally decide to clean it, the act of sweeping and dusting stirs everything up, making the room seem dirtier and more chaotic than before. But this is not a sign of failure. Rather, it is proof that you are disrupting the stagnation and driving out what does not belong. In the same way, your prayers are disrupting the spiritual darkness that has been lurking in the shadows of your life. Your spiritual cleaning is unsettling to the forces that want to remain hidden. The Bible addresses this spiritual struggle in Ephesians 6:12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. When these forces sense that their hold on you is weakening because of your prayers, they often launch one last desperate attack to regain control and discourage you from moving forward. This is why, right when you are on the brink of a breakthrough, you might find yourself facing some of the most intense challenges or temptations you've ever encountered. So what should you do when faced with these intensified attacks? Do not give up. This is not the moment to retreat or to lose hope. Instead, it's time to dig even deeper into your faith, to pray with more fervor and persistence than ever before, and to stand firm in the truth that your victory is just around the corner. Remember, the fiercest battles often come just before the dawn of the greatest breakthroughs. These challenges are not signs of defeat. They are proof that you are on the verge of something extraordinary. Keep pushing forward, and trust that God is with you, guiding you toward a glorious victory. Another profound sign that your prayers are working is the emergence of an unshakable peace. A peace so deep and all-encompassing that it surpasses all human understanding. This peace isn't just the absence of conflict, worry, or stress. It's something far more profound. It is a powerful, steady calmness that settles within your soul, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. This peace is not contingent on external circumstances or fleeting moments of relief. Rather, it is rooted in something much deeper, a deep-seated trust in God. When you reach this place of inner peace, it is as if the storms of life can rage on, yet your heart remains untroubled. Philippians 4:7 speaks to this divine tranquility, describing it as the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, that will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. This means that this peace is beyond human comprehension. It doesn't make sense from a worldly perspective. How can one remain calm in the face of adversity? How can one smile through trials or maintain hope when circumstances look bleak? The answer lies in the fact that this peace is not man-made or self-generated. It is a gift from God, poured into your spirit as a sign that He is at work in your life. This peace manifests as an inner assurance that no matter what is happening around you, God is in control. It is the kind of peace that acknowledges the chaos but refuses to be consumed by it. You begin to understand that God's plans for you are good, even when you can't see the outcome, even when the situation appears hopeless from a human viewpoint. In the quiet of your heart, you begin to hear His voice more clearly, reassuring you that you are safe in His hands, that He is working behind the scenes in ways that you may not yet comprehend. One of the most beautiful aspects of this peace is that it doesn't demand immediate solutions to your problems. Instead of requiring everything in your life to be perfect before you can feel at ease, this peace invites you to rest in God's sovereignty, trusting that He is working all things together for your good. You stop feeling the need to control every outcome or solve every problem yourself, because you recognize that God's timing is perfect and His ways are higher than your ways. There is a profound freedom in this, a release of burdens that you were never meant to carry on your own. This peace is also deeply connected to faith. The stronger your faith becomes, the deeper your peace grows. Faith allows you to stand firm, even when circumstances are challenging or outcomes are uncertain. When your faith is grounded in the promises of God, you develop an unshakable confidence that what He has promised, He will deliver, no matter how long it takes. Isaiah 26:3 beautifully illustrates this, saying, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." This perfect peace is a direct result of placing your trust in God, allowing Him to carry the weight of your worries, doubts, and fears. In moments when the world seems to be crumbling around you, when financial troubles arise, relationships falter, health issues persist, or unexpected losses occur, the natural human response is often panic, anxiety, or fear. But when you've truly surrendered your life and your struggles to God, there is a quiet, steady confidence that begins to anchor your soul. You begin to realize that while you cannot control the storm, you know the one who calms the storm, the one who walks on the waters of your life with authority and peace. You find yourself echoing the words of the psalmist in Psalm 46:10, "Be still and know that I am God." This stillness is not a passive resignation, but an active posture of faith, a deliberate choice to rest in God's power. One of the most thrilling and awe-inspiring signs that your prayers are being answered is the unmistakable manifestation of divine favor. This isn't just any ordinary favor. It's a favor so powerful, so clear, and so extraordinary that it cannot be overlooked or mistaken for mere coincidence. Divine favor is the kind of blessing that defies human logic, transcends natural expectations, and leaves you in a state of amazement. It's as if God Himself is orchestrating events in your life, moving people, circumstances, and opportunities into alignment in ways that go beyond anything you could have imagined. Suddenly, doors that once seemed permanently shut, doors that no amount of effort, networking, or striving could pry open, swing wide open as if they were always meant to. Opportunities that you never thought possible begin to unfold right before your eyes, almost effortlessly. It's as if the universe itself is conspiring in your favor, pushing aside obstacles and clearing a path for you to walk into your destiny. This kind of favor is unmistakable because it feels as though everything is happening beyond your control and outside of your ability to make things happen. It's not that you're doing nothing. You're still working, praying, and striving. But there's an undeniable sense that God's hand is moving in ways that you never could have orchestrated on your own. People who once ignored you, overlooked your efforts, or treated you with indifference now go out of their way to offer kindness, support, and assistance. It's as though their eyes have been opened, and they can now see the value in you that was always there but had somehow been hidden. One of the most profound examples of divine favor in Scripture is the story of Joseph in the Bible. Joseph, after being sold into slavery by his own brothers, rose from the pit of despair to a position of power and authority in Egypt. His journey was marked by hardship and betrayal, yet God's favor was upon him every step of the way. In Genesis 39:21, it says, "But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him steadfast love and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison." Even in the most challenging circumstances, falsely accused and imprisoned, Joseph experienced a favor that defied all expectations. Eventually, he became the second most powerful man in Egypt, with favor so extraordinary that even Pharaoh entrusted him with the leadership of the entire nation during a time of famine. Like Joseph, when divine favor touches your life, the most unlikely situations can become avenues of breakthrough. What seems like a setback or an impossible situation can suddenly become a platform for God to showcase His power and provision. And often, this favor shows up just when you feel like giving up, when you've exhausted all options, and there's nothing left for you to do but trust in God. It's in these moments, when your own efforts seem insufficient, that divine favor steps in, propelling you forward in ways you couldn't have planned or predicted. As your prayers begin to bear fruit, one of the most profound and remarkable signs is the deepening of your faith and the transformative change within your inner self. What may have started as a simple act of seeking guidance, comfort, or a solution to a pressing issue becomes something much more significant. It becomes a process of spiritual refinement and growth. You begin to notice that you are not the same person who first embarked on this spiritual journey. There is a noticeable shift, a growth in your spiritual maturity, a strengthening of your character, and a refining of your soul. This transformation is subtle at first, but over time, it becomes undeniable. You are evolving into a new, more resilient version of yourself, one that is more deeply aligned with God's purpose for your life. At the core of this transformation is a renewed faith, a faith that is no longer just a belief in something beyond you, but a living, breathing trust in God's plan. In the beginning, your prayers may have been driven by a sense of need or desperation, but as you continue to seek divine intervention, your heart begins to shift. Your prayers evolve from requests for immediate solutions to expressions of gratitude, surrender, and worship. Faith becomes less about seeing results and more about trusting the process. You begin to understand that God's timing and ways are often beyond our comprehension, but always perfect in their execution. This is a faith that doesn't waver in the face of adversity, but grows stronger with every challenge. This inner transformation also manifests as a spiritual maturity that allows you to approach life with a new perspective. You no longer react impulsively to difficult circumstances, nor do you allow fear or doubt to dictate your actions. Instead, you learn to rest in the knowledge that God is in control, even when situations seem chaotic or uncertain. This maturity brings with it a calm confidence that others around you may begin to notice. It is not a confidence rooted in self-reliance, but in your deepening relationship with the divine. You start to understand that your strength comes not from your own abilities, but from the power of God working through you. As you grow in this journey, you also undergo a refining process. Much like gold is refined by fire, your soul is purified through trials and experiences that, at times, may feel overwhelming. Yet, as you continue to pray and seek God's guidance, you realize that these hardships are not meant to break you, but to mold you into the person you are destined to become. Your heart becomes more attuned to God's will, and your desires shift from self-centered goals to higher spiritual aspirations. You start to yearn for more than just material blessings or temporary relief. You seek a deeper connection with God, a greater understanding of His purpose for your life, and the fulfillment of the divine calling He has placed on your heart. When your prayers are being answered, you may notice another profound and beautiful transformation taking place. People around you begin to see your true worth and value in ways they never did before. It's as if a veil has been lifted from their eyes, and suddenly they can recognize the unique qualities, talents, and gifts that you possess. This shift in perception is not a coincidence. It is a direct result of the work that God is doing within you. And it's as though His light is shining so brightly through you that others can't help but take notice. This is especially meaningful if you have felt overlooked, undervalued, or misunderstood in the past. Perhaps there were seasons in your life when your contributions, efforts, or even your very presence seemed to go unnoticed. You may have felt as though your true potential was hidden, as if people only saw you through a narrow or distorted lens, unable to fully appreciate the depth of who you are and what you bring to the table. The frustration of being underestimated or dismissed can be deeply painful, particularly when you know in your heart that there is more to you than what others perceive. But when your prayers start to align with God's purpose for your life, something miraculous happens. God begins to reveal your value not just to yourself, but to the world around you. The same people who might have previously dismissed or underestimated you now begin to see you in a completely new light. It's as though their eyes have been opened, and they can now perceive the light that shines within you. The divine gifts that were always there, but were somehow hidden from view. What once seemed obscure or overlooked becomes unmistakable, and people are drawn to the qualities in you that they may have been blind to before. This shift in perception isn't just about receiving praise or recognition, though those things may come as well. It's deeper than that. It's about being truly seen and appreciated for the person you are, for the value you carry inherently as a child of God, and for the unique ways in which you reflect His light into the world. People begin to recognize not only your abilities or talents, but also your heart, your spirit, and your character. They start to see the depth of your integrity, the compassion you carry, the wisdom you possess, and the resilience you've cultivated through life's challenges. These are qualities that may have been overshadowed by the noise of life or the distractions of worldly priorities, but now they are coming to the forefront, impossible to ignore. This is more than just a matter of gaining popularity or attracting attention. When people begin to see your true value, it often manifests in a deepening of relationships and a strengthening of your community. People who once overlooked you now seek you out for guidance, support, or companionship. You may find that colleagues, friends, or even family members who previously took you for granted now come to you with greater respect and a desire to connect with you on a deeper level. They recognize the value you add, not just to their lives, but to the world around you. This is a powerful moment because it's not about external validation. You aren't receiving this recognition because of a sudden change in your skills or abilities. Rather, what's happening is that God is bringing clarity to those around you, helping them to see you as He sees you. It's as if the spiritual work you've been doing through prayer and faith is now radiating outward, affecting not only your inner world, but also the way others perceive you. Your light, which was perhaps once dimmed by doubt or insecurity, is now shining so brightly that it becomes undeniable to those around you. Finally, one of the most beautiful and reassuring signs that your prayers are being answered is the divine confirmation you receive through scriptures and synchronicities. These are sacred moments when God's voice breaks through the noise of everyday life, speaking directly to your heart and soul with a clarity that is undeniable. This confirmation comes in various forms, but most often, it manifests as a personal and intimate connection with God's Word and His divine timing. It's as though the entire universe is aligning, conspiring to reassure you that you are on the right path and that God is actively working on your behalf, even if you can't yet see the full picture. One of the most powerful ways you'll experience this divine confirmation is through scriptures. Whether you are reading the Bible during your daily devotional time or listening to a sermon, there are moments when a particular verse or passage will seem to leap off the page, speaking directly to the exact situation you've been praying about. It's as if God is saying, "This is for you. I'm listening. I'm here." These scriptures will not only provide guidance, but they will also resonate deeply within your spirit, offering peace, comfort, and hope in a way that nothing else can. These moments are so profound that it feels as though the scripture was written just for you, in that moment, answering the very concerns you've been lifting up in prayer. Beyond the scriptures, God often confirms that He is answering your prayers through synchronicities, those seemingly random coincidences that carry profound meaning. These synchronicities are not merely chance events. They are divine appointments, orchestrated by God to give you a glimpse of His hand at work in your life. They may appear as timely encounters with people, unexpected opportunities, or even subtle signs that align perfectly with the desires and concerns you've been carrying in prayer. These moments are like divine winks, gentle nudges from God that remind you He is near, guiding every step of your journey. It's also common for this divine confirmation to come through what feels like uncanny timing. You may have been praying about a specific issue for weeks or months, feeling uncertain about whether God has heard you. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, you stumble upon a message in church, a devotional, or a podcast that addresses your exact concern. The words seem to align perfectly with your prayers, providing the answers or encouragement you've been seeking. The synchronicity of these moments can be startling, but they are a clear reminder that God's timing is perfect, and His answers come exactly when you need them most. Psalm 119:105 beautifully illustrates this concept, saying, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." These divine confirmations, whether through scripture or synchronicities, serve as guiding lights along your journey. They illuminate the path before you, reassuring you that even if you can't see the whole picture, God is lighting each step along the way, ensuring that you are walking in alignment with His will. As we come to the end of today's journey through the 6 signs God is about to give you a major breakthrough, take a moment to reflect on where you see these signs in your own life. These are not mere coincidences or random occurrences. They are divine markers, a whisper from heaven that something incredible is about to unfold. If you've been feeling the weight of spiritual battles, the sudden calm of unshakable peace, the surge of divine favor, or a profound inner transformation, know that these are all preparations for the breakthrough God has prepared for you. You are chosen, set apart for a purpose that is greater than you can imagine. God is aligning every piece of your life for this moment. The challenges you face are not there to break you, but to build you up, to strengthen your faith and to refine your spirit. The peace you feel amidst the chaos, the unexpected favor you receive, and the clear signs from God are all His ways of reminding you that He is in control and that your breakthrough is on its way. So I invite you to hold on a little longer, pray a little harder, and trust a little deeper. Your breakthrough is coming, and it will be beyond anything you have prayed for or imagined. Keep your eyes and heart open to the ways God is moving in your life. Stay expectant, stay faithful, and remember that God's timing is perfect, even when ours is not. If this message resonated with you, please share it with others who may need encouragement. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more powerful insights and spiritual guidance. Leave a comment below if you've experienced any of these signs, or if you're believing God for a breakthrough. Let's lift each other up in this community of faith. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, you are not alone. You are chosen, and your breakthrough is closer than you think. Stay blessed, and until next time, keep walking in faith and courage. The best is yet to come.